This was not my idea. Episode 176, I think, is the JoeFest recap and review. JoeFest 2024. I'm Travis Moody, your host from A Toy Kind of Mood. We're in a punk kind of mood. It's a Joe kind of June. And my right-hand man, Tony, the Irish Mexican. What's happening, my friend?
What's happening, lads? How are you doing?
Oh, no. You're going to do that all night, aren't you?
No, I just see James. James is Murphy's already in here. What's up, James?
Cool. Our other co-host is on his way. He's running a little late. He had to save a Little Tykes tricycle from being hit by a Mac 10 truck. But Punk, long time no see. How you doing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm good, but man, it's like you're half worn out, half not. You don't feel like you need to sleep, but you also don't feel like you want to do anything.
Yeah, but you did everything. But you did everything, but probably not sleep. You've already got like 10 videos up on the channel.
I didn't work. I didn't work the past 2 days, so I came in cool. and I've been off. So I've done the long drive home from Florida and gone to work the next day, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work, like when I was going to leave. So I was just like, I got more than enough time. Let me just take Wednesday off too. I know I'll be home by then. So it worked out. I'll say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you don't drink alcohol. You have that guy's kind of energy. Props to you though. I did like one video and I'm like, I'm spent, got to prep for the show. Anyway, Tony, what's happening? I saw your video that you guys had a lot of fun, huh?
Oh man, yeah, it was cool. He came up with the idea, and I said, "Yeah, you should do it. We should do it." And I should be in here like a regular customer and come through and hang out. And then you run into me. Yeah. Me and Baldy had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. And the guys at Top Dog Comics, they were awesome, dude. They were really cool guys. They had everything in there. As you can see the video, they had a lot of badass selection of figs there and old school stuff.
Yeah, they had a ton of toys. But you know what? We'll wait for Baldy to finish up that. Let's say hi to some folks in the chat. And I want to let everyone know this was supposed to be our panel recording. And we'll talk about why it's not like it went wrong. It went freaking amazing. It went so good. And we'll get into details on that. We've got a lot of pictures. Many of you who follow us on A Toy Kind of Mood anywhere, we've shared the pictures of the panel and all, but we'll go over the moments. It went great, but there's other reasons. But let's say hi to some peeps real quick. This is probably going to be a much shorter show than usual. A lot of the like Comic-Con news and like regular toy news, saving it for next week. We'll bring back the other homies. Shout out to KJ, Spec, Bobby. We'll bring those guys back. We'll gear ourselves up for Comic-Con, but this is all about G.I. Joe. We have other G.I. Joe news, but it's a Yo Joe episode. David Allen, you're my favorite person at JoeFest. Just want to let you know. You're like whoever's got the truck at the loading dock, please move it or you'll be banned from JoeFest for life. And you'll say it like 10 times. Great job, David. Doing what you do, being Ed's right-hand man. So and you and I did speak, but I guess you're apologizing to anyone. On the thumbnail, the bulletproof looks like booty shorts as the pant legs look skin tone. Yeah,
The cop.
I thought they were just his legs. Well, we're gonna talk about cops and crooks later in the show with Fresh Monkey. Very glad to meet Travis. Very glad to meet you, David. And you also did a good job getting people in and out panels and everything. Here's our guy right here, Rich.
Rick.
This
What's up,
guy
buddy?
is ripped. He's ripped rich, right? Right, Punk? This dude's shredded.
This guy is the, at least for my chat, I can't speak for yours. Well, maybe, well, you know what? I've seen, besides for Bobby B, he may be the most ripped, muscular man in the punk crew, I gotta say.
And speaking of ripped, muscular men, it's Baldy Locks. Zen, look at this guy. He's got guns. Oh, shit.
Get the guns out.
We call that dad strength. I'll put those puppies away.
Exactly.
Those aren't dogs. Those are puppies. We all know the truth.
The only thing you missed was the Club Tarkin intro, which wasn't much. It was just a picture you sent me.
I didn't miss it. I had it on my phone. I just couldn't get my computer up and running.
Club Tarkin will take place Sunday on the last day. That's when Club Tarkin is going to happen every JoeFest from now on.
For those who don't know, Punk, tell everybody what Club Tarkin is.
So Club Tarkin happened to be, we decided to go to the pool. And let's
it's already sounding wrong.
What? We went to the it was
I know.
The pool. You know, you're on vacation. It was us four. It was
my
Pop
idea.
Wonder. It was Down South 77. And it was Sherlock. And somewhere along the line, Tony, I think I brought up something about Tarkin in his video, and I believe I named it Club Tarkin. I could be wrong. It might have been someone else. It's not something I'm proud to take the name of. Actually, I take it back. I am proud to take credit for naming it Club Tarkin if I was the one. If someone else took it, it's all yours.
My Power of the Force Tarkin. Yeah, my 88 views video.
People are probably going back to watch it right now to figure out.
I hope so. Please run to go see that. You'll see what we mean.
Yeah, people in the chat, please help Tony break 100 likes on that video, please.
And we were in the pool.
Come on, man. Give him some love, bro. Man,
we were literally in the pool for 2 hours. Like, some of us didn't get out.
Give him some love.
And then you found him.
I'm pretty sure we were in the pool. Like, oh, what was that, Punk? Sorry.
Then you found Tarkin at Top Dog.
You found the DJ of Club Tarkin at Top Dog Comics.
See, that's a great segue. I do want to say I was probably at Club Tarkin for a good 6 hours. And we'll shout out the homies we hung out with. But Baldy, I asked Tony about this. You want to just chime in on your Top Dog video?
Yeah, so we were trying to save the panel. We were doing everything we could to fix the audio. It's a shame that I'm hoping somebody else better than me can figure it out. But anyway, we gave up. We decided, all right, what's one more thing that we can do while we're here in Augusta? Everybody wanted to go to Top Dog Comics, and of course we chose Sunday, the only day that they're closed.
Closed.
So we're like, all right, we still have a few more hours before our flight. Let's go make it happen. And as we pulled up, I was like, you know what? I was really happy with Punk's video, the walkthrough. And they're not here with us like we wanted to go as a group. So I said, why don't we just do a walkthrough video? And we came up with the idea of Tony already in there shopping. And it's probably not my greatest video, but it was a lot of fun. Those guys were great. They were very welcoming. You can kind of hear them in the background laughing at our corny jokes, but it was good. It was a good time.
I watched it all the way to the end, and I got to hear the "oh no,
oh no."
Yeah, I was really hoping that at least you would watch to the end. I'm sure some people were like, "I can't watch this guy."
It was great. I liked it. I don't watch a lot of like Toy Hunt all those videos. I think they're all stupid and silly, but this was a cool one, man. You guys had fun, good editing, everything. So highly recommend it. It's on Baldy's channel. Go check it out.
But you know what? This wasn't a toy hunt. This was just a walkthrough. You know, and you guys were like shooting the shit and just having a good time. I mean, I'm not a fan of toy hunts either. I think they're the boringest things to watch. Like, why do I want to watch someone else hunt for toys to find nothing? I can go to my Target and see nothing. All right, if that's what I want to.
I hate to say it, but I've never hunted for toys. I've gone shopping for toys.
Same here. I mean, a hunt this much.
I mean, come on. I didn't go hunting for comics the other day. I went shopping for comics.
Yeah,
exactly. Hey, let's say hi to.
Sorry.
Let's say hi to some more people before I get backed up. We met a lot of these people at JoeFest. Chad Kinsler, what's happening, dude? Of course, you mentioned James Murphy and his brother. James, man, awesome. Nice to meet you. Hi, lads, he says. And this guy, we hung out with him right away when we got there, right on that Friday. David Warren Hernandez, great guy, man. Always a pleasure hanging out with you. We met at Celebration, Star Wars Celebration, and we'll do it again at Comic-Con, man. For sure. Who else we got here? Todd C. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. It's always happy because it's a Toy Con of Mood night. And Captain Action Pants, evening peeps, still compressing. Hey, thank you. We got something. I don't know if you guys have it in hand, but thanks for this. I appreciate it. Am I getting this guy right? Because he doesn't use his other name. It's Plastic Fantastic. This is right.
Plastic Fantastic.
He has all the different names, right?
He's a man of many names, but Mike was fantastic.
Yep. Here you go. Nice. Some surprises in there. But that was a very thoughtful gift. There was other gifts people gave us or whatever. I'll show them.
So quickly,
he probably put Torch in there.
It has. No, Torch is back there along with Naga Hide. Oops, is that coming out tomorrow? It holds the figures just like the original O-Ring one, and it has that. Oh God!
Hey Diana,
I smell. So thank you very much, man. These things are absolutely awesome. Tony was trying to sell his. I'm just gonna. Oh, did I say that out loud? Tony was trying to sell his.
What's up, Derek? What's up, Derek?
I love it, man. That thing was awesome. Hey, but my offer still stands. I will trade it back to you for that Terradrome.
Hey, you guys know that Derek was the only other straight edge guy there.
Yeah. No. Well, I found out. Derek corrected me on it. There's two other ones. One being Brian Flynn, and I think another guy that he works with. So.
Oh.
But he's the only one I recognize because you know my feelings on Brian Flynn.
You know who wasn't straight edge?
You.
Ken Poe.
Okay. Well, neither was Travis day one. Travis was trashed pretty early on, too.
Trashed Travis. Got to drink water, brother. You got to drink water. In between those.
There's pictures of me trashed. Yeah, I'm drinking water tonight, too. And this nice
Arnold Palmer.
Right. Speaking of Brian Flynn, I didn't buy this from Super7. They don't sell their own stuff. I had to get it off a scalper flipper table, whatever. But
is that Super7 stuff?
Yeah. They make way better merch than toys, in my opinion. But we'll talk about those O-rings. Hey, Punk and I actually went on a hunt. No, we went for a walk on JoeFest, and we like that O-ring. So that's cool. We'll talk about those a little later.
I really am.
Yeah. We did miss KJ. A lot of people, I didn't get to tell you this. A lot of people asked for you. We definitely had some homies ask for Genghis, ask for KJ. So right here.
Ken drank the most.
Ken from Toy
Ken was
Connection.
only really bad one day. The one day he told us he was sober.
Yeah, and he was full of shit.
We saw Ken and he's like slurring his words. I'm like, dude, how drunk are you, man? He's like, I am completely sober. And he has grease thumb, is what they kept calling it, because he didn't wipe off his hand.
The pizza grease.
And so he's sitting there and he's like, I am completely sober. And he's like, last year I think I was drunk here, and Bobby moved me over there. Hey, and I look over at Emerald Knight and I go, is he sober? And he goes,
Oh my goodness.
So Yomic, what's up, man?
So
Joe
Yomic's
Fan
awesome.
84. Yeah,
Saw
we got
him.
some good. Almost everybody watching the show we met. It says 55. I don't know if we met
right?
55.
It's like, Ray.
Yeah.
Only but yeah, James is here. I don't know where Ray is. James, where's Ray at? Working? Oh, he's probably sleeping. It's like 3 a.m. over there in Ireland.
Good to see the crew back to normal. Oh, forever normal, but appreciate that. How's it going? Oh, it's going. It's more of a just chill episode. I got no notes. I just got pictures, and we're gonna talk about them or not talk about them or talk about things that I don't have pictures of. It's just a chill episode, maybe 90 minutes, maybe a little more, and that's about it. All right. What? Look at this. This was fun.
Hell yeah.
That's Tony wheeling. Is that you right there on the left wheeling your bat in a wheelchair?
No. Oh, wow, he almost dressed just like me, that guy in the back.
I know. It looks like you.
He ain't got the J's on though. He ain't got the cement. He ain't got the cements.
I didn't see the Jeep. But we saw the bat as it was being rolled in.
I should have got in it because it was open.
The feedback. We'll talk about the panel in a minute, but the feedback was amazing. Apologize for the audio. We tried to save it. And we just came back from JoeFest. The last thing I want to do is spend time with audio editing and all that. I skimmed through it, watched it. It's not gonna happen, guys. But if you were there, then maybe you heard some of it. And yeah, Mega J, it got better because he was in that closed room. We'll talk about that too.
Oh yeah.
And then here's a look at the floor. What was that?
Oh no, I just saw Pac photos jumping here.
Yeah, right.
Big Pac.
Thank you so much.
Look at that floor, dude.
Oh yeah. What'd you guys think of the floor, Baldy?
It was pretty impressive. A little overwhelming. This was my first convention ever. And I just meant overwhelming with the amount of stuff there. I feel like every single day there, I saw something new or I saw something old from my childhood. So a lot of great people too. I mean, everybody was friendly. It was pretty amazing.
There was something you ever, I have to ask you guys this because it's a good segue. You ever see an old toy like this, just like you said, this is your first convention, but I'm sure you've been to some places that like flea market, and you see this and then you're like, it all hits you and you're like, this was the one. Like, you don't think about it. And then you're like, I remember this now that I have it in my hand or right in front of me. This is the one I remember like the most or something like that. I know Punk had a lot of toys. So
I have my original sitting in my room hung up.
Yeah, there you go. But for me, all my stuff as a child is gone. So I don't know if you guys, two other guys feel that same way, seeing anything at JoeFest that brought back memories like, man, I remember this a lot more than I did or something like that, you know?
Wow. Tomahawk love.
Oh, no, it was a question for Baldy or Tony.
Yeah, like, I'll jump in. I mean, I guess I got to the age where I was a little bit like Sid from Toy Story. And unfortunately, I had a lot of Joes, and a lot of those Joes saw M80s. I'm fortunate that I still have a good chunk of stuff, but any of the beaters, the things that, you know, got a lot of play, that stuff saw the end of light when I had them at a certain age. So yes, it was cool seeing some of the stuff that I had destroyed as a kid.
Nice. We actually have the dates right here. Let me get them for a sec. You're making me scroll through all my
Evan Fox was saying June 20th through the 22nd. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, 20th and 23.
20th through the 23rd.
There it is. 4 days. 4 days, guys.
Yeah. Some Rudat and some Hammer. Hell yeah.
So actually, no, but I did get to take a picture with him. He put a lot of people in the Cobra clutch. Actually, so his manager was like, you know, he was nice enough to let us hang for like a good couple hours, actually, right? It was like 2 hours, would you say?
Well,
or an hour?
At least about 2 hours.
Yeah, I feel like it was a good 2 hours.
He didn't
Well,
have
dude,
a choice.
he was choking the shit out of Ken. He choked Ken like 19 times.
I'm the only one that got punched.
Wow. Where was I at? Holy crap.
So honestly, I think this is a mistake. I think the 23rd is that's Monday. So I'm looking at it right now.
It's probably.
Well, they said they were
is
going
it
to add a day,
holiday?
right?
Is it a holiday?
Why would you add Monday?
Oh, I don't know. Exactly. I don't know.
Is
Yeah,
it
I
a
could
holiday?
see. No, but I could see Thursday Thursday would be the holiday. Thursday would be Juneteenth.
Okay.
So who knows what they're planning on?
Gotcha. Cool. And that's funny. We got a couple comments from Trav. I did not dig the show. I don't know what that means. But stayed home and watched all of Tony's digs.
Tony's
I'm
digs.
confused. Tony's
My
figs.
Tony's
room.
figs and a punk
Tony's
with
figs.
toys. His gridiron reviews, and also loved Baldy's outdoor vamp review. Thank you very much, Trav.
Thank you, Travis.
Travis, please. There's a lot going on. Saying Travis or Tony's digs is probably the wrong thing right now. So try to at least say Tony's figs because we don't want people getting the wrong idea.
Have we seen Ron Rudat's documentary? I haven't. Have you guys?
No, actually, I heard
I'm
about
sure
it.
Matthew Madsen has.
Yeah, I heard about it this weekend in conversation. I heard it's very good.
Nice.
Gotcha. And yeah, this was a great photo. We all had the JoeFest shirts on, so props to the boys. Hey, it was nice because people would be like, "Where'd you get that JoeFest shirt?" I only got the one from last year. They weren't selling 2024 JoeFest shirts, so we were literally the only 5 people plus Ed. We gave a couple to Ed who had JoeFest shirts, official JoeFest shirts for this year, or unofficial, but it was cool. People were asking where we got it. And we're like, don't worry about it. Just take a picture of our back and follow all of our social media.
Got a ton of compliments on the shirt, and there I am in the olive green, and here's my black one.
Oh yeah, good looking out.
But yeah, we got tons of compliments.
In the olive. Yeah, 2 guys in the olive and 2 guys in the heather gray.
And I'm wearing the olive green too, and now I have the black one on.
Nice.
Oh, nice. The only real punk who didn't wear it was Ken. He was supposed to wear it in the panel so he could show it off because we all agreed to wear what we wore. And Ken's like, "Oh yeah, I'll wear it in the panel. I'll wear it in the panel." Doesn't wear it in the panel, so none of us had the shirt on in the actual panel.
You know, he's the one that should have been wearing it because he was at that booth the whole time. People would have been asking him what it was.
Right. That's the place. I want to say congratulations to Diana and Skybound. She does some work with them. Reaching 3 million on the campaign. It was bad timing for me personally. I didn't get it. I gave him $1 in case I'm able to manipulate a backer kit and like get it later. But had a month off as a full-time YouTuber, so no compendium for me. I don't know if none of us backed it, right? Which is just crazy.
No, I backed it. I backed
it. You did? You
yeah.
ended up doing it? Oh,
I ended up doing it.
If they ever offer just the Snake Eyes cover one, I'll probably just get that and skip the extras.
Gotcha.
That's the Duke version or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, because you could get one book, but I wanted the Storm Shadow one, but it was like volume 3 or something. So I'm like, all right. Yeah, it's amazing to get over 3 million people for a Joe comic. It baffles me that I didn't do it, but can't buy everything. I buy a lot of toys. So,
well, I got to back up Diana right there and just say that sometimes I feel like Hasbro doesn't realize the gold mine IP that they're sitting on. They need to listen to the fans. Now, give us a movie that we want. All right.
Yeah. so I guess you were there. The panel looked fun, but the sound quality was bad. Yeah, so it depended where you sat in the room. We got a bunch of pictures about the panel, but I just want to cover a couple things real quick. Give a shout out, of course, to Slickalicious, our friend over there. He's got a store called GI Jive, and it's also Slickalicious or GI Jive on Etsy. As you can see, he's got amazing quality shirts, all kind of stuff there. I wore the straight out of Springfield Cobra, like a riff on NWA. I wore that shirt. I wore the Dragonfly shirt, and the compliments kept coming. And then the JoeFest shirt he made was amazing. We helped design it. Maybe we can throw those on the store. I don't know how that's gonna work, but man, this was I gotta again, thanks to Craig, Slickalicious, and GI Jive on Etsy. Go grab yourselves a shirt. We always run all kind of promos on this channel and whatnot. And I know we were giving away some shirts.
They're incredibly comfortable.
They are.
Mm-hmm. That's the number one thing.
Nice fitted shirts. They're nice.
Yeah.
Agreed there. So, all right, people are talking about it. So let's talk about it. It was the panel. And man, we had audio issues. They weren't really our audio issues. Looking back at it, you can always say, oh, I could have did this. We could have, did this. But I mean, guys, this was great. All right. I mean, it was a great panel, a great turnout. Punk, you were our special guest. It seemed like you had a great time. You were fun, and you were actually the only guy people could hear most of. The funny part is, in person, everybody heard you on that side of the room. But when I went back and watched playback, it was going in and out because you weren't on the microphone. So it was we couldn't win with audio that day.
There was no winning at all because it was such bad audio.
Honestly, the traders were right next to us. Yeah.
Well, that really hurt because
that was bad.
Anyone over there, that all muffled in. So I think we really realized that after we sat in on a couple other panels and we're sitting there realizing like you can't hear shit over here because all you hear is commotion over on this side.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I had a great time. I thought it was so much fun. Half the time Baldy and I didn't know what the hell you were asking. So we looked at each other and we're like, I don't know what he's fucking talking about. I don't know what the question was. Hey, let's talk about the HasLab, the Stinger. We're like, what the fuck?
Every time Moody was talking on the mic, I was looking at Baldy and I'm like, can you hear him? No, I can't hear him.
Hold on. That was not an audio issue. That was me jumping this is the only time I jumped the thing in line, but
it was just funny because Baldy and I both went, I thought we were talking about the HasLab.
Well, that's what made it fun. The banter back and forth. But yeah, the audio was awful for every single panel.
Carson was upset.
Yeah, I mean, you live and learn. So they already addressed it for next year. So that shouldn't be an issue going forward.
Gotcha. And so now that we have to buy audio mics for JoeFest, please send those super chats over and we'll put it towards audio. I took a cue from Punk. I never mentioned super chats. Now I'm joking around. But here's a look at the panel. Ken was our other special guest from Toy Connections. And
yes, David.
Yeah, look. I love the look
Roman.
of death.
There's Roman.
There's little Roman right there by Baldy.
Little Roman. Right. Baldy, are you looking at little Roman or the cameraman like you want to kill him?
Looking at the cameraman.
Yeah, I don't know. I look like Glenda or a Karen looking at the manager.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I don't know what that look is.
Ken was nervous. I had to calm Ken down.
It's funny. So yeah, that was just a look. And here's another one. And yeah, it was fun. And a lot of great questions were asked during the panel, after the panel. For the most part, I'm sorry about the audio, but it seemed like some people could hear us and some people couldn't because we got great feedback. Here's James. I thought you just had it right there. The banter, but you're good. Was very so he heard him and Ray. They heard everything.
Yeah,
so
him and Ray were in the front.
Yeah, well, so the people directly in front heard everything. The people to the left of me could hear it because my crazy speaker with the booming bass and
Oh, I was on the mic in this picture. Hell yeah.
Travis just went out just like at the panel.
I was just gonna say that.
Did I just now? Didn't work?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
What is funny is DJ 5 said gonna get a Jimmy Hart megaphone. Did I not bring that up to you, Travis? The next year we'll just bring megaphones.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You can hear me now. Okay. That's funny. Jimmy Hart, mouth of the
No
sun.
worries, Joe fan. No worries. No worries.
Oh, well, next time your children should go starving to watch our panel.
Feed that boy.
Why am I so small? Because you're sitting in a small chair.
No,
one time he was in a shorter chair. My bad.
Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see how tiny I am? Ken's massive.
Oh,
and he had to scoot over so he wasn't in the way of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Someone hit something. All right.
Not me.
But yeah, that was good shots from the panel. Shout out to Pop Lender, David Hernandez. There were other people who took shots of us during the panel. It was very helpful. Down south, I think some other folks.
Christy Crow, I think he took some.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
look, he had like 7 questions. Go ahead.
Look, Viper 6 just showed up. That was his bat.
Oh, that was his bat, the big one?
Yeah, don't you remember? He said he would take pictures as long as we tag him in it.
Yep.
Yes, that was awesome. Viper 6.
That thing was awesome.
That bat was incredible.
And he was worried it was going to melt. He's like, all right, well, it's getting hot out.
I don't know if Derek is still here, but we were telling Viper 6 to put that thing in the sorry.
Look
in the
look.
custom contest.
Look at the collector's comment and then look at me in the picture. Ooh. The collector, you're an ass.
So I have to ask Viper 6 a question. Has he ever watched the Toy Kind of Mood before, or did you guys met them and he's watching now?
Who's that?
Viper 6.
Oh, I've seen him in Punk's chat, I think.
I think we met him. He took a picture of the back of our shirts.
Yeah, we did meet him.
Okay,
yeah, with the bat.
Okay, so he probably already subscribes because if not, he can be subscriber number 4,000.
Nice.
We're at 3,999 right now, guys.
Oh, it is. I just saw that. Awesome.
One away from 4K. Pretty cool.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Congrats.
And there's Punk's favorite picture of Ken.
I mean,
hey, the collector, what does it look like Ken's doing right now?
What was that, Lawrence?
Ken's farting, man. It totally looks like it. Every time I saw this picture, I'm like, dude, Ken totally lifted up the fart.
Well, you didn't see my eyes turn green after that.
And yes, Rich took pictures too. Yep, shout out to you. I got a bunch, so I appreciate that. Folding a fart.
No MCR, no scuffles.
Oh no, there was one. There was a big scuffle right here.
Oh yeah, very good segue. Me, MCR. I took this pic. I was the referee of this thing. It was crazy. They fight like girls.
Really?
Well, Travis
should have had a pillow fight.
Travis was like, "You can't touch my hair. I'm an actor, so please."
Travis was like, "Every time you gotta take a dump, go outside to the hallway, please."
And at the end, we know why he said
it. Kimberlyn, hey Jeremy, what's going on?
Hey Kevin,
you gotta.
I met Kevin. We got talking, and I did a pencil case video very early on my channel, and people have been using it left and right. And Kevin came over, and we talked all about his process and what he's done. So yes, I do have an update in the works, but we all know I'm a procrastinator. It's coming.
Same here. Derek, thank you. Derek, you're awesome.
Well, it doesn't matter if you unsubscribe because we did it, boys. We're at 4,000, 4K. Wow.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All
guys.
right.
Thank you, guys. It's really
Good job.
awesome.
Wow.
Congratulations, guys.
Double victory. Way to
Now
go,
go over
guys.
go over to Tony's Figs and give me all that love.
Yeah, exactly. If you're
Let's
watching,
get him to 89 views on that Tarkin video.
Tarkin.
watch Baldy Locks, watch Tony's Figs, and A Punk with Toys. I'm sure you're all watching A Punk with Toys already, but go.
Oh, not everyone
ask A
likes
Punk.
me.
Wow.
Not everyone likes me that's on yours, so.
That's not true. After people got to meet you, they know what a teddy bear you are.
Yeah.
That's the term I always use for myself. I'm a giant teddy. I'm sorry. I'm not a giant teddy bear. I'm just a teddy bear.
No, it's more
No,
like
I'm
one
an
of
average
those,
size.
Hey, you
like
guys,
one of
he's
those
a big
beanie baby bears.
he's a big teddy bear who prefers to sleep on the couch, even though it's a pull-out bed.
I don't take
I
up that
pulled
much
Punks
room.
here.
And you know what, Travis? So, Tony told me that you had the housekeeping come in and clean up everything and vacuum all that. So I definitely appreciate that. But I didn't pull the bed out because it was just more work, and I don't take up much room. And it's not like I was sleeping on anything that long. And
You took up half the couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did say the first night that he does not like the pull-out method. So,
Oh God.
that's how I have kids.
Thank you, Derek. If you're a new subscriber, appreciate that. Toyomic, that's very sweet of you. Share the stream, help them hit. We did hit 4K, but we can always have more. Appreciate that. Thanks so much. Thank you. A lot of congratulations here. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Awesome. Friggin' what a stream to do it on. The first one after JoeFest. So real cool. Geeks have game. Bobby in the house. We'll see him next week. Talking Comic-Con. Can't wait to talk about all the Mattel stuff. We got to talk with Bobby and Spec and KJ about that stuff. Yeah, 4K is pretty damn good. So gonna call y'all the 4K Ultra HD boys. So about that audio, right away, we're on our way home. Ed wasn't messing around. Our good friend Ed, who was on a couple weeks ago, and he said, first change to JoeFest 2025. No more toy kind of move there, band. Now he said, move to a more secluded, larger panel room, which is pretty much what Mega J Retro. That's why he's a veteran. That's why he has 17,000K, because he calls audibles on the fly and brings people to a private panel room, and you can hear everything and live stream it. We're gonna do that next year. We're live streaming the panel. We're gonna be in that little room, and it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yes.
Not Rachel. We don't talk about DFW here.
Glad to see y'all survive. I don't know how people survive DFW with all those thugs at DFW, like Matson.
all those gangsters.
You know Matson knows karate, right?
Yeah, I heard. Spec tells me all the time.
He's got certifications and everything.
Yeah.
Everyone was kung fu fighting.
I want to say this about DFW. Radnam, who I've had on my show not numerous times, but before, and I've been on shows with him. It was great to see him get out and hang out with, my other moderator, Matthew Matson. So it was great to see that some of the people in the area got to hang out together. And I fully understand if you live in the area why you would go to DFW and didn't want to travel. DFW, from what I understand, is it's a fairly big show. So I could see why you wouldn't want to travel all the way to JoeFest if you live right in the area.
Yeah, it seems like an easy choice. And it seems like both shows were supporting each other. So that's good, because there is plenty of community in this community.
Yeah, and it's not like it was like it was in Atlanta and it's a 3-hour drive and you're cannibalizing those people. It's in Texas. I mean, it's states over. It's 1,000 miles away. It's like there being a convention up here in Michigan and being like, I can't believe you do it on the same day.
Word. So
Awesome
I actually want
times,
to ask. Oh, and I was just gonna say this will be this picture. You're gonna take away Punk and put Mattson. That'll be the picture for next year if he goes to
Mattson
JoeFest.
and Spec.
Yeah, Mattson and Spec. That's even better.
That's when we're not going to be able to actually show it because it'll probably really happen.
Oh, they're the same guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
They've never been seen in a room together. I'm starting to think they're the same guy.
They're the same shapeshifter.
I gotta ask, guys. All right, so he said first change to JoeFest is the secluded, larger panel room for many reasons, right? Obviously, to get away from those
The traders,
the traders, swappers, whatever, flippers, those people, and then the audio issues, and then Carson was like, and shout out to Carson. We need a AV guy, audiovisual guy ASAP. And then Fresh Monkey had problems. Bob Brechin, we're gonna go through some of these panels, so we could say, yep, audio. Almost everybody had an audio problem. But what are some changes that you would make? We'll go with our guests. Punk, do you have any change that you would like to make for JoeFest next year, or see them make a change?
Well, I mean, the room just makes sense. Just to move, the room around. I can't really think of too much that I would change. I mean, it's set up, I think, as functional as it can be. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, a working mic. I mean, everything with that's something that should be supplied. People that are doing the panels shouldn't have to supply that stuff. That stuff should be supplied by someone. And I know Ed is doing this, mostly on his own, but I'm sure there's other people that are, that are helping. But people should have to bring in their own stuff just so you could hear them on their panel. But really, it was so good.
Yeah, I mean, there's things behind the scenes that we don't know of, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what obstacles Ed's facing. We don't know where the hotel could have maybe jumped in, but I think it just came down to the different space, and it's now been addressed. So we'll just move on.
Right. This too, what James is saying, because that room, even the room that Mega J did his panel in, there was no, there was nowhere for him to put a StreamYard. He had a presentation. And he could only do it online. He couldn't do it in person. So they'll have to put all the projection stuff in there and then dim the screen, dim the room just like they do at Comic-Con. There's a lot that maybe Ed is not. I don't know if he's been to a Comic-Con or something, but that's something like a guy like me or a guy like Carson's going to Comic-Con this year. He's going to have a 3D Joe's panel, Operation Recall panel, whatever. So you got like people like us, we can help Ed, right? This is a community. We can say, hey, we were at Comic-Con. And if you're worried about finding the room, put this is one thing, put a board with a menu, like our schedule. 10 a.m. is what's on Joe Mine, and 1 o'clock's Full Force, and 2 o'clock is a Punk with Toys, or whatever, like have the schedule, Seth Green and all, have the panel there, the schedule, and then put arrows, like they had the Skeletron arrows, which is a fantastic how to get to JoeFest. Put Skeletron or whatever. Put arrow. This is the way to the panel room, the meeting room, whatever.
I will say this needs to change. How about a restaurant that stays open to 2 a.m.? Rather than close those doors at 11 and we all just sit out there.
I mean, that's for any event. When you're hosting an event of that size, and JoeFest, they said it was the biggest JoeFest ever, and it just keeps growing. So
it's so much money they lost. So much money.
Not JoeFest. You're talking about the hotel.
The hotel and the restaurant. There's so much money they lost.
The restaurant.
Just coffee drinking.
Yeah.
That could be rules in Georgia, though. I don't know.
It might be.
That might be above their,
And maybe there's a rule that Starbucks has to close at 10:30 in the morning too.
Oh, yeah, dude, Starbucks closing at 10 in the morning is way worse than the bar. Yeah,
that was nuts. Because with the bar, we could get extra supplies, and we could hang all night, which is what we did. But
if you want that coffee, you got to go early, baby.
Right. I like
Starbucks,
this.
That was brutal.
I like this too because we were. That's another reason I'm. It's so bittersweet about our panel because we were zooming through it, and we had like a good extra half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. And I was like, I like Fresh Monkey. I met Bill Murphy and Chris and everybody, and Big Bad and I was like, I want to make sure they have time so they like us because we like their products. We don't want to overrun. So we actually finished like 10 minutes early to give them time to set up. And even them, as soon as Bill started talking, we were hanging out watching the panel. He's like, people are like, we can't hear you. It was like, oh, you tell Bill, but you don't tell me until an hour after. You don't tell me that the audio sucked until after the panel. The room was nearly full for our panel, which is crazy, right? Like, I mean, a year ago, what do we have? 1,000 subscribers, got a full panel at freaking JoeFest, and not one person told us, and I guess everyone's polite, but like, didn't tell us about the audio issues till after the panel. But people didn't leave. That's another great thing is there's audio issues. Some people couldn't even hear us, and they stayed. So that's loyalty, dedication, like whatever. That's amazing. So props to everybody who went to the panel too.
Yeah, props to everybody. Shout out, thank you.
Yes, Nacho Mamas.
Nacho Mama. That restaurant.
Nacho Mamas.
Yeah, there was a lot of great local stuff. So we did get to enjoy that as well, guys.
We didn't take a picture there.
Where did we eat, Travis? The first day was it Cafe on 8th, and then Nacho Mama.
Yeah, there it is. Well, I don't know. Where's that breakfast on the right where I had the salmon croquets?
What the heck?
That was how was the name of? I forget the name of that one.
The place on the 8th is in the middle because there's waffles.
Oh yeah.
One was the Brunch House of Augusta. Remember?
That was where I picked you up. That was where I picked you up.
The grits. That's where you had the grits.
Yep, that's on the right. Yeah. That Tony and I tag team that. Then we all went to the place in the middle on 8th where Baldy met all his friends that he almost went out with and ditched us for his rooftop buddies.
Oh yeah, that's right. So it was Brunch House of Augusta. Then it was Cafe on 8th, and then that was Nacho. It wasn't Nacho Mama. That was the last day that you had that, right?
The breakfast on the left was the place we went to right before we took off. What was that place called?
This was?
Oh, yes, right.
No, this was the one on 8th.
Oh
no, the breakfast on the left with all that meat right here.
What? That was where Pop Blender and 3-Star went with us.
No,
right.
Everything was shaped like a waffle. Everything was put in waffles. See how the
waffle was the middle. That was the 8th. But I'm saying the breakfast place on the left.
That was Cafe on 8th.
Right.
Yeah.
The place on the left with Pop
all the way on the left, gentlemen.
Right. I forgot the
name.
Look
at the table. The table with the spots.
It was right next to Nacho Mama's.
Yes.
I'll think of it. I'll look it up.
Yes, that's bomb. What's up, Mammy?
This looks like a new name, no? Mammy Barry.
Yeah.
You guys. I like seeing new names.
Hello, Mammy. Thank you for joining.
That's what's up.
All right, that's not the girl from that last place we ate, is it?
Oh my goodness, is it?
Remember she took the picture?
Yes.
She took the picture
of our
shirts.
Oh my
goodness. That might be. That's something. Hey, the shirts worked. Sickalicious.
If it is, tell us what restaurant we were at.
So I did have a joke, but you already exposed me, punk. I was gonna say this is the picture of me after all the audio issues, but this was just me on the first day. Because I have the NWA shirt.
His double fisted. Got that old fashioned and a Miller Lite. My goodness.
Rare form. Here we go.
Look at that.
New subscriber. What up, guys? That's not the same person, but
no, it's not.
And is Chad Kinsler? We said
there's Chad
in the chat, or he was.
Chad, why you gotta be bigger than me, bro?
I know. Big Chad.
Boy.
Good to
Big
thanks
Chad.
For saying what's up. It was great to meet a lot of people, and there's those fantastic shirts again. And then I got to meet the Sarge. I want to shout out DJ 5 Ash, who I hope is still in the chat. He gave me those cards. He worked at a baseball card store and saw some Bruins and there's Manny and Joe Thornton and whatever, and Sergey Samsonov. So he found some cards, and it was a very thoughtful gift, right? Like to get a gift for someone is not GI Joe at GI Joe, and you know what they like. That's really nice. Shout out to JoeFest for having these amazing looking guest badges. I love these things. They're really
yes,
nice.
I got mine. Still hanging it up. That's Sharlock. That's Eric on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, Sharlock.
Sharlock Prime.
Sharlock. He hung out with us a lot. I don't know if he's in there, but
the Rashikage hat.
Here's
the crew. That motley crew, baby.
Motley crew app.
I'm maybe a little. I'm a little taller than.
Can I go into? I have two stories from JoeFest, and it's just about these two guys right here that are bookending us. Ray Murphy and his brother James.
The brother Murphys.
I mean, they had some of the nicest stories, about one another, and that they're brothers, and they have this history with the brand and with Action Force and Palatoy, and they made this trek to come all the way over to JoeFest and
from Ireland.
Yeah. And they were amazing, and we spent a lot of time with them, and they were super nice, and it's just, again, part of that community aspect of what JoeFest is. And also with what name is he in our chat here? Classic Fantastic, Mike.
But Captain Action Pants.
Well, real quick on this picture, the brothers Murphy over there. The one on the far left is Ray Murphy. You can follow him on Instagram at Ray Murphy GIJAF. He's one of the foremost best action figure customizers in the business. So
there's a comment for Larry, I think. From go ahead, say it.
PC Viper.
That's my son.
Wait, what is Ray's Instagram?
It's Ray Murphy GIJAF. So it's GI Joe.
Ray Murphy.
Yes, GIJAF.
GI Joe as fuck.
Yeah, that too.
The biggest reveal from JoeFest content is Tony being tall. He's taller by like an inch. We're all crouching down.
No, Travis is actually on his tippy toes.
Yep.
And Casey's
I'm on the back of Baldy's heel.
Casey's like almost my height, but I got the hat on.
Oh, Lawrence, we got a picture where you're taller than everybody, but I haven't seen that anywhere.
And Casey is podcast from the pit.
With you guys or with
Casey Wheeler?
That was with us. You were way up in the air.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Right here. Tony, Aaron, the toy enhancer, and Pop
Yes,
Blender.
Aaron, the toy enhancer, Pop Blender, and the man himself, Big Zen. Baldy Locks. Oh, damn good idea, Baldy.
Good segue for Punk. Go ahead, Punk. Your segue for tomorrow.
Also tomorrow on Thursday with the friend. I'm starting early at 8. I will have a rotating guest as long as there are people coming in. I will probably run 4 hours. So it's probably from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 12. Anyone that was at JoeFest that wants to come on for a short bit, talk about what your experiences and what you enjoyed, you're more than welcome to.
Awesome.
I don't know if there's more for me to say.
I can tell you, I found the name of the restaurant. It was the New Moon Cafe.
New Moon Cafe. Yeah. That was the last one on the list.
Good call.
Yeah. The last one we hit.
Good call.
One of the right next to Nacho Mama's when we were
Nacho Mama
before.
Right.
Yeah. Before you get into that,
you got the
did our subs go up? Yeah, a few. We crossed 4K. Is that Diaper Island's point of view? It's a Swiper Island shirt. Swiper Island. Cosplay with it.
He's got the
It's funny. Cool. And I just wanted to give a shout out, obviously, to these guys were amazing. Delta 17. We were there a lot. It was like our home away from home at the Joe, right? This is kind of where we all hung out when we were sick of walking around the thing. We just kind of hung out with all these guys.
Yeah.
Totally true. Yeah.
It was easiest because you could stop. We knew everyone that was there. We could chat with them. So if someone called or texted, "Hey, where you're at?" We're like, "Hey, we're just at the Delta 17 table till you get here."
Yeah, that was our home base for sure.
And I know we're showing stuff at the end, but since it's Delta 17, thank you, Steve. Hooked it up. Got myself a Shadow Dragon. And you guys all got one of these. They just gave us a free comic book. I haven't read it yet, but I will. And I should have read this on the plane, but I left it in my suitcase. But very nice art.
Me too. I didn't want to mess it up.
And yeah, it was that. And then we got this right there. Tony, talk about it.
Oh man, Travis got me the original Shepherd, the bottom right, and then I just put him with my custom Shepherd. Got some good background with the card art and the comic book. So they look really good together, man. Thanks a lot, Travis, for that. Now I'm gonna have to get more.
Oh no! See what I did? I just wanted to make sure you had the figure that your custom was so inspired by. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gotta read up on that. Get some Delta 17 action.
It looks dead on.
Thank you.
Right? Look at that thing. That's sick. That's so close.
And if anyone wants to buy the Delta 17 exclusive, and you want to pay, I'll say $120. I'll sell you mine. I haven't even opened it yet. It's $120. It's yours.
Is it the Okami or is it another one, Punk?
Okami.
What?
Okami. It's Okami, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Wow. $130. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, David.
So there's Delta 17. And then speaking of Delta 17, we had members of there. So both Mega J Retro, this was his panel. We had Emerald Knight and, of course, our friend Ken. They were all representing at this panel. Man, Punk, you and I were dreading going just because we're exhausted. And we were like, man, we really got to do this panel, but it ended up being a lot better than we thought. We had a great time.
It was
Mega J, it's on Mega J's channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can watch it on Mega J. Yeah, and if you guys aren't subscribed to Mega J, then you should. But yeah, it's on his channel. You can actually see us all. He did a great job. He called the audible where he used the second camera to look at Ramen Toys stuff. But yeah, go ahead, Punk.
No, it was a lot of fun. And you're right. You and I were just like, I was like, I don't want to do it. It was running into the last hour of the show. And then we moved it, so we're already behind. But in all honesty, you can only walk up and down the floor so many times thinking that you're going to buy something, right? Like you've bought everything that you really want to buy. Anything at the end, that last hour, that is, I have some extra money, I should just buy this. But once we got in there and everyone kind of showed up, and of course, once you say something that I have to talk about, you know that I'm lighting up and I don't need a microphone and I'm going to give you my opinion on it.
Yeah, it was good. We got a question. Did Mega J get the Castle Grayskull? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think he did it.
That was an awesome story. He was so animated he was animated like I get about stuff. Who brings a Castle Grayskull to a G.I. Joe convention?
Yeah, and the Castle Grayskull that he wanted.
Yep, and at a good price.
Yeah.
We saw that, so that's the end of that one.
We have to
go. Yeah, I'll address a couple of things. Yeah, right. Did anyone see any cool stuff? I don't think we went just because this panel was on. I think it was like right before ours with Mega J Retro. Shout out to Mark Gerwig. I had a couple good talks with him. Mark, Design, great guy.
I was there for that. Yeah,
really good guy.
You were there?
Yeah, I went there. They had the same kind of audio.
Talk about it.
Yeah, they had the same kind of audio stuff going on, and I was in the back, and I was really straining to hear. It wasn't that bad, but they had they had a pretty good turnout. You know, it was cool. I just wanted to support Mark II Design, Mark II Toys, and his 3D printing people. And so, yeah, it was pretty cool. They did their panel really good.
Oh yeah,
they had a couple. I thought he had a couple, but he had his panel, and then he ran the custom Sarge class, right?
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got that somewhere.
Actually, I got to meet DJ at the custom class, and
there we go.
There it is. That's mine on the right.
That's awesome, man. Shout out to Chris from Grindhouse Toys. He's doing a lot of amazing freelance work with Fresh Monkey. He's got his own necromancer. He's killing it. He's a paint master. He's kind of like Hasbro's Tony in the indie ground right now. I know he's probably talking to Skeletron about doing some stuff, but yeah, he worked with Mark on this, and they had a fun panel. David, Hernandez, Baldy, what do you got to say about this, man?
It was really nicely done. I think there were guys that were levels beyond what I could do, and the artwork that these guys could knock out in such a short period of time. It was a good crowd, and like I said, I got to meet DJ there. DJ was there with his son, and I think even GI Bro was there, and I got to meet him towards the end, and DWH was there. So there were quite a few people kind of spread throughout the class. So it was a good starting point. It was a good launch pad.
Oh, I heard launch pad. Did anybody else see him freeze? Baldy?
I'm here.
He froze for a second.
It was a good launch pad, and then I missed the rest.
No, I just said it was a good launch pad to start the weekend.
For sure. Cool. All right, let's get into some toys. Oh yeah, we saw this.
Ooh.
Anybody want to talk about that?
Wow.
I never looked at
Sky Serpent.
I mean, it was bigger than Punk.
It's probably bigger than you too.
Yeah, it was big. That thing was massive.
Yeah, that thing was insane. Thanks, David. You bastard.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a bad YouTuber. That's why Punk's here. He's a great YouTuber. He just films things and talks. I'm just like, I don't know. I forget about all the YouTube stuff. It's amazing that we have 4K and not 400 still, because I never asked. So look, if you're watching, we're all hanging out talking about JoeFest. Is some of the best times of our life. So we're sharing this stuff with you guys, and we're going to talk about toy brands in a little bit. Please and I'm sure you're subscribing. If not, subscribe, give us a like, the bell, all that crap. All right, enough about that. All right, what else we got?
Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell.
Did you guys see this?
Yeah, that's the first picture I took. All the
Fortnite
customs. All the Fortnite boat customs, man. Look at this, Gun Bunny. They're badass, but they ain't got you, bro.
My bad. Yeah, no, it's not quite Gun Bunny level, but it was pretty cool.
It was pretty damn cool. Yeah,
I don't know. They were pretty impressive.
Those faded paint jobs are crazy.
Punk could sleep inside the Cobra mothership like his pet.
I want to address that. If there's no ding ding from the elevator every fucking 5 minutes, I'd be happy to sleep in that damn thing.
We talked about that. I said, "Hey, Trav, are you guys hearing are you hearing the elevator?" And he goes, "I don't know. I think Punk is."
David, you're a dick.
Ding.
Were you able to sleep?
Yeah, once I went out, I did matter. But that was the first thing that I heard. I'm like, son of a bitch. But since we pretty much outstayed everyone anyway. I mean, on Saturday, Emerald Knight and Highly Articulated, and we were the last people down there. We came up at like 3:30.
You know who hung with us? Not Patrick, not Picard Stewart. He was with us for a long time in Charlotte.
And Sunday night, we talked to him. I talked to him for a while on Sunday.
Yeah, good guy.
That guy is like, do you guys remember when Wayne Brady was on the Chappelle Show?
Yes.
Yeah. That was Patrick.
Yeah, he's a gangster.
He's a gangster.
All right, let's talk Fresh Monkey. And in order to do that, we have to promote our guest of the day. And you can watch a couple reviews on a Punkwood Toys. And it's he did Dracula translucent, and he has this really, I'm jealous of this shot because I don't have that UV flashlight thing you have. And so killer. Yeah, in my review it's kind of blurry whenever I showed the glow in the dark, but man, this is crystal clear. You have experience with this, don't you?
Dude, this thing glows. This thing might give Scare Glow a run for its money glowing in the dark. It is, I mean, it glows amazingly. And when I took the picture, normally when I'm taking glow in the dark pictures, like you shut off all the lights. It looks like shit. Once I saw this, I was like, that's gotta be the thumbnail. It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
They better do more glow in the dark, because if they're gonna use this stuff, they can find other characters in the line to be glow in the dark. This thing is badass.
Yeah, that UV light just.
But you didn't even need the UV light. We could see how much it was glowing
in the bathroom.
In the room.
Put it in there.
Yeah. Now Dracula does not glow in the dark, even though she said it did. But
hey, really? She said it did?
Not at all. Yeah.
Yeah, she said they both glow in the dark, but this thing.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
It would have been.
Did you hit this guy with the UV light too?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I tried. I even.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I tried making Dracula glow. I think somebody misspoke on that one.
I think that maybe she didn't mean to say that or whatever. We were the first ones in line.
Yeah.
And
if I knew Larry wasn't going to sleep at all when he got home, I would have did this in the hotel room. So, but there we go. Anyway, yeah, I did a review of both at the same time, and go check that out on the channel at another time. Don't leave yet, but yeah, you could even see the detail on that gravestone.
They're very difficult to review because there's no paint apps and you can't really see the detail. So the way they're going to move is going to feel differently because they're translucent and one's glow in the dark. So I did my best that I could when I did it. It was actually pretty quick for me, which is kind of shocking. Now the Monster Force, I know that's what she said. The Monster Force gravestone, which is also the stand. I was talking to Mark II Designs. He designed them.
Mark II designed the stands?
He designed the Monster Force stands.
Nice. Yeah. That one for that blood Dracula looked like it's a pool of blood he's standing on.
Yeah, that one actually works. I mean, I don't like stands, but that works because it's just a pool of blood. And I think the red Dracula, the red Dracula works because it's like he's just covered in blood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
But he has black eyes.
Yep. And the other one has white eyes. I mean, there's more detail on the Dracula, but the other one glows. So, but man, the Forgotten King comes with a lot. Dracula is pretty bare bones for $40 for a translucent figure. But Forgotten King, I thought I like them both. And I'm glad I got them both. Obviously, it's better. Like when you're shooting content, it's always good. But the Forgotten King, even though it doesn't have the paint apps, to me was worth 40 with all that stuff, even with only one head scope.
I'm with you because I mean the glow in the dark really does add so much to it. But a lot of hands that come on and off, you can't really do a lot of poses with them because they don't make a lot of sense to be, posed like that in the translucent. Yeah. But I've said from the beginning, Dracula is very light on accessories in general, just the regular release. But he's the only one. Everyone else is loaded with shit.
Does Dracula have an ab crunch under the removable neck and shirt?
He has an ab crunch, I believe. but you really can't. You can't.
You got it, right?
It does. It does. I'll show you right now.
It has an ab crunch.
Totally missed this in the review.
Really?
It's been one of them.
When you don't sleep, but it's hard to see because I was so distracted by this neck that pops out. And Larry, you said the same thing in your review. It just the neck pops out every time you move the head, unless you. Man, it's freaking crazy.
See, it just comes out.
Yeah, so that way you can change the figures if they're black or white or whatever color they are. You can change the actual neck, make it real easy, but then it makes it hard to pop the neck off the head.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, there is a crunch and it's decent, but when I do it, the neck pops out. You know?
That's just a superpower feature.
Yeah. So there you go. You got a live. You asked a question, we showed you live.
We showed you, David.
Is it like is it a play feature, like you're chopping off Dracula's head?
No. They're made. If you go look at the figures, there's going to be different colored figures, but the neck is going to be exposed. So you just pop the neck off with the head, and then you move it onto a different body.
I see what you're
right there.
Yeah.
But what's really difficult about this is because it's all translucent, and the red is dark, so it's hard to see. You can't tell what's what on it. Like you can't. It's really hard to tell the detail that they're actually giving you. But once the thing popped off, you're like, son of a bitch. And then I fought with getting the neck off of the head.
Huh. The neck bone's connected to the hair dryer. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. But here's the real deal. The great thing. Oh god, what was that?
Van Helsing, right? That one?
Yes.
Yeah. I was told it's not Declan, it's Declan or something.
It's Declan.
Someone pronounced. They hated my pronunciation. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm a masshole. I'm from Boston. I'm gonna pronounce every fucking thing wrong around here. All right, you got it.
Yeah,
but
don't worry because
not Declan.
Don't worry because if Travis has a rapper on, he starts talking like the rapper. So I'm surprised he didn't have a southern accent by the time we left JoeFest.
Or an Irish one.
I did. I was speaking total Georgian on the last day, but then when I got home, I was fine. But yeah. What'd you guys think of this booth? Did you what about Tony and Baldy? What'd you think of Monster Force? Did you check it out?
I checked it out. Yeah, it was pretty wild, man. I'm liking all the stuff they're coming out. That Soldier of Fortune, I'm really looking at that. I saw where they had Commander Gridiron, they had Mark's figure there. It was pretty sweet. All their stuff is looking top notch. They even had more stuff because they were connected. Yeah, there you go. There's Marky Mark.
Yeah, take it off. Tony gets really upset about this.
What? Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that paint and that stickiness. I'm gonna give you so much shit, Mark. But that head sculpt
actually butthurt.
Needed help. His head sculpt is great. He did a damn good job.
Right? Look at that. It's pretty spot on.
He made himself angry right there, but he wants to sell some weapons.
And they did talk about this in the panel. If you could hear it. They specifically did talk about how they make weapons, and now he's being brought in to be a weapons maker in the actual line, which I think is absolutely awesome.
That's cool. Yeah,
I thought the Dio they had up with that giant werewolf coming out, and the story that they said about Monster Force, I thought it was pretty creative. Yeah, that
there you go. Is that your shot, Baldy?
Big. God, what?
Is that your shot, Baldy?
That's not mine. I took a different shot, but that came out really well.
I copied his shot. I said it on purpose too. I said I'm gonna go copy his shirt. It's Kilowarg. But do you think he's worth $85?
Once you start seeing more pictures, then you can decide.
He comes with a big old weapon. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's badass, man.
We saw him at PowerCon. So what was really cool about this is they They specifically had him launch the pre-orders during the panel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it went up exactly as the panel was going.
Yeah, is it worth 85 was the question. I mean,
now that I see this, probably, right?
That's a lot of stuff there, and
it's a big boy.
Legs.
It's a big figure.
Basically a 2-in-1 in a way.
Yeah.
Punk is stationed in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm on the east side of Detroit.
East side.
A long drive home.
Still beat me.
Well, I will say this: the only figures I ever pre-ordered from from Fresh Monkey were the Crimson Moon, which I was all in on because it's Red Shadows. But because they had Monster Force as an exclusive, and I reviewed them and really like again, Punk's right. You without the paint and without all the proper stuff, you really can't judge it too much. But just the fact that we know it's quality, right, Punk? We know it's a quality item was enough for me to be like, guess I'm all in.
You can feel where all the articulation is, so that's huge to me. That you can feel where all the articulation is. You can see where the like where the bicep swivel is. You can tell that you can actually get a T-pose in it and different things like that. I feel good about what they're doing. And Fresh Monkey Fiction isn't new. They're just now coming to light because people are so into this Monster Force stuff. And then the Crimson Moon, they've been making figures for quite some time. They've just been smaller 1/18 scale.
Mostly 1/18. Yep. There you go. A lot of inches being talked about in the chat. 8 and 9. Yeah, everyone's showing their size.
Yeah, we all know how guys misquote inches. So
Sick Toys thought Moody was Bobby Valla. I don't see
bald
joints on his elbow. See those elbows? Is that okay? No.
Oh, that was Bobby Valla. Oh well. All right.
Alternate crotches when it is.
Well, these are the newer reveals. Oh, go ahead. So sorry.
The alternate crotch. If you go back to that figure, you're basically you've got two figures here. I'm pointing at the screen like people see where I'm pointing.
I did the same thing.
You can have him full werewolf mode and not,
Yeah, you go if you look at all the pieces, you're going full werewolf. No clothes, and then you're doing werewolf with clothes.
Yeah,
you never go full werewolf.
And there's a good point.
We got more dog tags than Major Blood.
There's a good point. It includes a 20. Actually, that's a $30 gun. If this is, remember, Gridiron's doing the gun, so that's a $30 gun. So that's a $50 deluxe figure. Not bad.
It's a $1,000 figure.
Travis stated earlier that it is a few small companies that make the Monster Force line. Gridiron, Mark II Design, and Grindhouse Toys is Chris.
Yeah.
And this isn't a co-joined project with Big Bad Workshop, so they're helping provide a lot of resources and materials.
Yeah, that's why it's not a Kickstarter, which is great.
Sorry.
All right, next. These are the next two. Season 3 got revealed during their panel. I'll tell you what, to save time, well, get quick opinions, but I know we have a lot to cover, and we said we were going to go an hour and a half. That's never going to happen on this show. But we are going to have Bill Murphy and Chris from Fresh Monkey on the show, possibly next week. There's a lot up in the air. People are traveling, getting home. They have their own products to work on. And so that, like, I don't want to spend so much time on this when I can ask the guys who are doing this, but just quick, do we have any quick thoughts on these reveals?
They looked awesome.
They look pretty good.
There wasn't one bad character design.
No, it was not, actually.
And look at the top left of the ambassador. You see what I'm seeing, right?
They have a bunch of heads that are using that head sculpt. Yeah, there's another. If you look on their Facebook page, They actually showed it a while ago. Actually, it's Chad showed it a while ago.
Bill Murphy.
I didn't know where it was coming from, but you'll find it on there. So yeah, there is. We're not getting a hooded Cobra Commander. So just stop. Just buy this and say it's fucking hooded Cobra Commander. Call it a day and be happy.
Buy this. Let me paint it for you at a modest price, and you aight. Pimping myself. Got to.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Moody Banner 18. We bleed green. That's right. Just got the new official cap. Yeah. Go Celtics, baby. Go Celtics all the way. Anyway. All right. So this was next. They revealed the Crimson Moon, Order of the Crimson Moon, the next ones. That's one thing I'm seeing people in the comments. Oh, they're revealing all this stuff, way without really giving us anything. So I definitely want to address that. Bill said look at it as like a year and a half to 2 year, like you would a Kickstarter. How many Kickstarters do you back? And it takes them a year and a half to 2 years. Maybe not a bigger company like Hasbro, and that still takes a year, right? Sometimes longer, but like the smaller companies certainly have taken longer than 2 years. So he's like, look at it that way, except you don't have to give us the money until it ships and you can cancel. So it's like there's no reason to get mad when you're pre-ordering a million things from us because you're not paying anything and you can change your mind. And he does that so that way he can connect with you like a Kickstarter. So if he gives you a 2 year advance, there's back and forth between the consumer and Fresh Monkey Fiction. So that's kind of what they're doing. That's why you're getting all this stuff like the big one right here.
Yeah.
But that's it right there. You just said it. And I've talked to Bobby B about this. They're not taking any money. So who gives a shit if they're showing you 10 years down the road and they haven't given us anything? They haven't taken a dime of your money. So it doesn't even matter. And that does look like the skin of his. It does look like he's wearing short shorts.
Right.
I never checked out Cops. I don't understand. You can see his cybernetic parts from his chest line to his thighs. Okay.
I know nothing about to see there.
Me neither, but it looks like a damn cool fig with all.
Baldy, do you?
So weird.
Do you, Baldy, know what Cops and Crooks is?
I'm sure Baldy knows all about Cops and being a crook.
Damn.
Somebody asked earlier if we played golf, and I'm not allowed on any of the golf courses in the South. So what does that tell you? Yeah, I remember Cops, and this was pretty cool. But no, I don't remember this type of design. So it seems like an odd RoboCop design, but
he's stripped from where he doesn't need to be stripped. It's weird to me.
So I want to address something that Spec is saying.
Oh no.
Oh no, Punk is addressing Spec on a
No. BBTS is fronting everything. That's why they're a joint collection with BBTS. That's the reason why they're able to do this. BBTS is upfronting everything.
Funding it. Yep.
They don't really have to worry about it. That's basically BBTS has backed the Kickstarter.
Gotcha. It's an 80s cartoon and toy line. Yes, it is. So we love what they're doing. We're probably gonna end up buying this without even knowing the source material. Right?
Oh, okay.
No, I remember the source material. That wasn't the question.
Oh.
The
source material.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about. No, I'm saying. Oh no, go ahead, Tony.
No, source material. He was fully clothed. He has full slacks, a full shirt, tie all the way down. But they opted to do this way for him. So I don't know why, but it's okay.
Well, it says right there that the soft goods coat is not pictured.
Oh, at least he got a coat. He could be a
because Gunny Bunny.
Yeah.
He's sounding
he still has it.
He's sounding more like a flasher with the soft good coat.
Right, flasher, streaker. Yeah, he's got a big like mustard duster.
Frank the Tank, the streaker. We're all going streaking through the quad.
No Baldy.
I will say this. Like this doesn't interest me at all. So this is something I remember the logo, but I don't remember anything about Cops and Crooks. and I know like Emerald Knight was super excited for it. This shows no interest at all for this.
Well,
So
I think
I'd say $38.
I think debuting it at JoeFest is there's a relationship to G.I. Joe. So I think there's more than one character, but I think somebody just mentioned it, that Beachhead's grandson is one of the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took place in the future. I don't know if they ever did a callback to Cobra, but they did have some type of lineage to G.I. Joe.
Yep. It was Sneeden. Sneeden was the son of Beachhead.
So this is the in-hand look grayscale model that we saw. They put this out the day after, and there is the soft goods. I totally forgot I had these pictures while you guys were talking
Mega
about the
chain
jacket.
right.
But there you go.
Yes, Eric, they had booty shorts in the future.
What's up, Jay?
It's like a Deadpool 2 when he's like, is dubstep still a thing?
Well, I'm curious. I have to go. Can I watch this on like Tubi? Must be on Tubi.
Maybe. I'm going to go watch it.
I believe Emerald Knight said, yeah, you can go watch it on Tubi.
Nice.
And I said, that's great. I'm not going to watch it because I'm not interested.
It's definitely worth picking up the series for $7 or free.
I'm just liking that Soldier of Fortune line. There we go. Segue. Thank you, Moody. How many times have you done that to me? Like 12.
So in this, there is a blue hooded figure that looks just like Cobra Commander. Chad had posted it like earlier this year, and I just happened to run across it when I was on the Fresh Monkey Fiction page on Facebook, but they didn't show it off.
Very cool. Nice. Very cool. Those look dope.
So, like you talked about earlier with the neck, now you can like race swap the characters, you know, with one figure, which is brilliant.
The whole neck,
yeah. But I hope the neck isn't a problem though. Because did you have a lot of problems with that neck articulating Dracula?
Back on, it was fine, but it's hard to see because, like I said, everything looks the exact same with that translucent.
These are cool, man. I might be all in on these. Damn.
Yeah, this is another one that you're like, I don't need this, but it's gonna be on my shelf somewhere.
Yep.
It's freaking Leslie Nielsen.
I'll get a table and have him play the cards on it.
There's Mark. We already saw that.
Cool.
All right, so another great booth, try to push this along, was Skeletron. They had the LED lights. You know, we love Delta 17. They probably had the best spread, but as far as just the typical Comic-Con type display, it was Marauders and Skeletron for sure.
Yeah.
You guys would agree.
Yeah. So easily the most impressive looking booth. I mean, there were a lot of great booths, but this one was lit up all the way around, and it wasn't like a harsh light. It was just enough to catch your eye. It was really well done.
Yes.
And I felt like they were highlighting the Roboskull, which is what you should do.
Wow. Roboskull's crazy. Display is awesome.
Not Rachel, we do. Considering those necks come right off, you could easily get Ron and Nicole.
Wow.
Naked gun figure.
No comment.
Well, we got to see, you know, the Roboskull. Well, we'll talk about the Roboskull real quick. I didn't think it was. You guys commented it's probably not as big as we thought it was going to be, which is good considering we have a Dragonfly on the way. We're probably going to be throwing down on a Rattler, and Lord knows we're getting all these vehicles like by the week. So, I mean, what did you think of the actual size of the Skeletron Roboskull?
It wasn't awful.
No. Did you think it was big or small, Punk?
It's still fairly big. I mean, it's about the size of a HISS tank, but I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna give you the same. I feel like the Dragonfly is just gonna take up so much space because of how the length of it. It's big. I mean that's a 6-inch figure right there. So,
yep.
But once you get the stand and you get it, elevated, it's gonna be fine.
Yep. Yeah. The rest of those figures are 118. That the only 6 one is the one that's being sucked
right
in there.
The red wolf is they have a red wolf that's 6-inch and he can fit right in that Roboskull.
Yeah, so it's a very clever design and engineering. The guts come out seamlessly, and you put that chair right in there, and it becomes a one-man pod.
I have some pictures of the two 3 and 75-inch figures in it back to back, and then it looks like you can easily take them out and put the 6-inch in there.
Yeah, the whole seating comes out.
I think this plays audio, but let me see if this works. Oh, let's go to here first.
Not yet. We're just showing. Yeah, that's a factory sample that we received.
Yep. So you want to do insert, right?
You want text? Yeah, you can just do this.
Very cool. We heard Baldy. What were you talking about, Baldy?
Inserting something. I must have been talking to Punk.
Tony, you didn't give Travis your picture that you took there, did you?
I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, I think that's the one I took. The one with Bob Brechin in it, or the one with the
the one with Bob Brechin.
Oh man, I do have that one. Maybe we could put it on the other show. I'm not sure on your show.
Wait, this one right?
No, that was great. Go ahead.
Tony took a picture. If you go back a slide or two, with the figures, this right there. Isn't that where it was? Go back the next one.
It was the 3. It was 3. Yeah, it was those. I was taking a picture of those. Yeah.
And
Bob Brechin, poked his head in the opposite side of that display and was like, I was like,
"Oh, that's freaking awesome."
I have that. Yeah,
send it over to me. I'll try and
I will.
If I do slides.
Okay.
Do slides.
It was
what a nice guy he was.
Guy, dude. He's awesome.
And Bob tiny. Brechin. I like that. He's tiny.
Yeah, he is. He is so cool. Look at that thing. See, there's the scale. Look at how big that thing is.
Yeah, he's a whippersnapper, man. He was just chugging along the floor and
he's a great dude, man.
He was loving it.
He's basically the equivalent to like a Ron Rudat, right? For Red Shadows and Palatoy.
Yep.
And he had some great stories too.
Yeah, he was great. It's unfortunate that we had those audio issues. You couldn't hear anything, and then you had all those. The swapper room was the hallway was so loud during his panel. Yeah, shout out to Mega J. We did talk about your panel before you showed up. Cool. But yeah, the figure's looking good. It looks like they'll probably add some more stuff to it. But yeah, there was this panel. There's some shots. So he went over the history. I'm very interested now. I'm more interested now in the Red Shadows than in Battle Action Force than ever because of, we got the Order of the Crimson Moon. We got Skeletron. We got the books coming out. Shout out to Patty Lennon. Brian Hickey, right? So we got the guys working on the book. They're giving us reissues of the comics. Get all these great books coming out. So like it's all about the Red Shadows right now. Ramen Toys, though, they were at the panel. Speaking of what Mega J said, he was this the special guest of the panel. But Punk, give us your take on you had some interesting takes with Ramen Toys in the past and now. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, after I reviewed the Ramen Racer, for the most part, it's really good. I mean, there's some flaws in it, but I think there's flaws with anything. Everyone saw Ace. Oh, everyone freaked out when I lifted the bread van up and tilted it, and everything fell towards the back. Everybody but Ace. He's the only one that didn't freak out, and I already talked to him about it earlier. But he's like banging on the thing, showing you how sturdy it is. I think he's making a really good product and for a really good price. And what kills people is the weight. And that was my biggest beef. But him and I, we talked about it for quite some time. And he is Yeah, I'd say him and I are pretty good right now.
Maybe
I only gave you guys a heart attack, but Ace didn't care. Ace already knew, and all it was the shit inside of it.
The way I took it, especially from the conversation we had with him the night before, that's pretty much a finished product.
Yeah, it is.
Van. So
it's $100. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna give you the A-team, a white one, and a black one.
Yeah, you can do a white, black,
or
the A-team, which is going to be more money, but it also has more stuff, and it has different doors because the A-team van has different mirrors.
Yeah, different mirrors. Yeah, and this one is big enough. The side door opens, the back door opens, and it's big enough for if you want it to be with a Punisher, you put a motorcycle in the back of that thing.
The armrest work,
and he has the customizers in mind with the lights. They use a translucent plastic in the front and back, and he was kind of implying if you wanted to add to it yourself that you could.
And Rich was saying the A-team van is 125. Yeah.
But it's big. It's long. It's big.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, it is.
Baby. This Baldy right here. Baldy got this. He got us in trouble almost.
He wants a Chomo van.
Baldy did ask that question.
I did ask that question. Sometimes I have no filter, but it's
he said, "Is there candy?" Oh yeah.
I do have to.
What'd you say? Is there puppies inside?
I said,
"Is there ice cream music?
Is there an accessory pack with
David?" That's a great one. It's Candy's van. That's right.
It's just with the white van version.
Did you guys get that deep cut from David Allen? Bongo the Balloon Bears van? Know what that is, right? In G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero comic book, Ripcord's girlfriend is Candy, the Bongo the Balloon Bear. She dressed up as a bear, and she had a van like that the Joes were in.
That's a deep cut.
Deep cut, nice baby.
That's David knows. Legend. I do have to address this guy. Thank you for asking my cold slither color. Yeah, because you only asked 19 damn times. Three different shows.
I asked him on Friday about it, and I just didn't get back with you. And then,
no, you didn't. I asked him Saturday, and now you're going to say you asked him on Friday? Come on,
I talked to Ace for a long time on Friday. A long time. And then you asked, and then you asked again, and then you messaged someone.
Uh-oh. Gun Bunny, Stanley's asking you, bro.
So, Stanley, he is definitely looking into it. He's interested in the idea. And I think he is one charismatic MNFer.
That's motherfucker.
Oh, Ace? Ace is, yeah. He's really cool.
Yeah.
He talked
very
to us for
nice
a long
guy.
time.
And he was listening to everything that we were telling him and asking him.
We got the Ramen Razor, which is amazing in my opinion. Like with Mad Max out, it's pretty damn awesome.
Did they even put Ramen Razor on it anywhere? I didn't even see the name.
Yeah, it did. It has a little placard. It has a little white placard on the bottom.
No, he's making fun of me.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Because Baldy was asking the name if it was anywhere, and we're like, it was right there, and he's like, wait a minute, and he pulls up the picture, and it's like right there, as clear as day, Ramen Razor.
I think Aaron the toy enhancer was doing his walkthrough, and he was asking one of the guys, not Ace, about what's the name of this car, and the guy was saying the Ramen Razor. The other one's the Ramen Racer, and Aaron goes, "Oh, it's a different car, but the same name."
Well, you know what?
Racer.
It's partly one. It's very clever that they went from racer to razor. That's very smart marketing. But then two, with their accents, I misheard it as well. So
right, of course.
And they were great about it. They knew it, and they played along with us. But yeah, that was funny.
Yes, Spec. You can use that thing for a Punisher Thomas Jane.
It's right there, Todd. It was there. It just wasn't at the panel with Mega J, but it was there.
Right.
Yeah. And it's large.
It's really big. The canopy opens, and there was I think Rock and Roll and Scarlet were in there, or I'm not sure.
Rock and Roll was, I don't remember if it was Scarlet.
Cover
I think you're
Girl.
right. It was
It
Scarlet.
was Cover Girl and Rock and Roll. Or
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome. Look at that.
Appreciate you, Mega J. Says, great show, boys. JoeFest was amazing because of us. Because of you guys.
Thanks,
Let's
Mega.
do it
You had a lot
again.
to do with that too, brother.
Yeah, Mega
don't
J
give him
was.
too many compliments. His head's already big enough.
Oh my God, here we go.
Says a punk with toys. But yeah, Bridge Layer's pretty damn great. To me, this was like the thing from Ramen.
That's how you do the fire plume of exhaust. Very well.
3 different vehicle modes in one. It's pretty fucking sick. I might have to get one, but I'm not gonna know what to do with it. But yeah,
I'm glad you took pictures of this because it broke in transit. The Wolverine missile Rex.
And then there's the Aces of Aviation. We got a in-hand look at Tom Cruise. Can't say that out loud, but yeah, Maverick. I hate that I can't just buy Maverick though. I'm not.
You got Maverick and Sundown in there.
I just want Maverick, but you have to buy all 3 in order to get.
You want Maverick.
Yeah, and here, look who's in the house. For fuck's sake, Moody.
Travis fucking Moody.
Good, say it, punk. Say what he said. Say his saying.
We're talking about toys. It's so much better when I can hit the button and it just plays.
Yeah, I know. I need that. I don't want to steal your
fucking toys. They're toys.
He won't give it to you. I have exclusive rights with
it. This is Patrick.
And yeah, talk about the American Ninja X in hand. What do you think?
It looked really good. I told Patrick, hey man, this looks like you got, either Storm Shadow or Snake Eyes slammed together with Captain America. It looks awesome. And he told me that they're coming out an unmasked head sculpt. It's gonna look like a certain American ninja from the 80s, Michael Dudikoff. I didn't say that out loud, did I? But that would be awesome. Yeah, we talked for a while. I mean, Patrick.
Cool. All right, speed round time. I said I was going an hour and a half. We're at an hour and 42. So I'm going to go fast so we could just talk about Snake Eyes, Mezco. I know some people are dropping comments about that. So just want to give a shout out for Four Horsemen. They had a cool figure obscure display. Didn't get to meet Jeremy, though. Did any of you get to talk to Jeremy from Four Horsemen?
I did not.
Okay.
No, but cool. Their area was packed with people.
Yeah, they sold a lot of toys, and thankfully, the best thing I did was not buy any because I'm in on Figure Obscura. Actually, they had 2 I don't have, and I still didn't buy them. I don't know. I'm just lunatic like that. But yeah, I'm not getting into Mythic Legions or anything. It's just crazy money. What did you say, Baldy?
No, Baldy did the parachute drop. Just answering David's question.
I got him right here in my hand. That was a lot of fun. Sergeant Slaughter was throwing these down.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was really cool. I knocked over a couple kids. It was fantastic.
It was like somebody knocked over a piñata, and he went and bowled over the kids.
All right, so who wants to talk O-Ring Super 7? Which of you guys?
I will.
Oh, we know you will.
There you go. Punk with toys. Talk.
Well, I mean, I was told that I don't collect 1/18th. It's been mentioned numerous times. I like what I saw. I am disappointed that they didn't bother to put wrist articulation, but it's Super 7. You're only going to get so much out of them. They have to bleed you as much as they possibly can before they go on clearance. I had to get my shot in. All in all, I think these actually look good. And Brian Flynn did say that they're not going to give you any figures that you haven't had or that you've had before. So it's all going to be new sculpts. This is the one that really got me excited. Not as excited as when Tony saw Ray Murphy, but no one gets that excited. I love that they are doing the same look as the original twins had in the O-Ring with the mirror boxes, but they're putting them in suits. And if you look at the artwork, it is very similar to what they had back then. So this is exactly what everybody wanted to see in the classified. Like everybody wanted to see a 2-pack like this, and I really think that's a huge miss for Hasbro.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Baldy?
I know that people have a love-hate relationship with Super 7. I got a chance to talk to Brian Flynn one-on-one, and he was a very nice guy. He was very candid, and he really did talk about he's been wanting to do the O-rings since the beginning, and now they have a chance to. And I think they're doing it right. They're giving us, it feels like a natural continuation of the line. So hopefully it works out for him, and I don't know. I was pretty impressed. I liked them.
But do you know what bothers me?
What bothers you, Punk?
He says that he wanted to do them from the beginning, but he told Chris McLeod that he never wanted to do the O-Ring, and he really likes 5 POA more. Now, maybe he was saying that because he couldn't do it, but why would you lie about it? That's everything that comes out of the guy's mouth. It seems like a lie. That's what bothers me about it. Oh. And I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Well, you know what? Sometimes there's the PR game, and you can only say so many things. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that he should say it or maybe avoid the questions. And I don't know the guy personally. I'm just saying my one-on-one with him, he was pretty good, and he was good.
A very personal guy.
Yeah. He said he could out-ollie you.
He probably can at this. Well, he's older than I am, I think, but it wouldn't be surprising.
Outkick flip.
All right, moving on.
Go ahead. The other day. Yeah. 18.
Oh.
I'm old.
You're not getting any younger, brother.
No, I'm not.
I love how these guys are like, I only want to do an hour and a half, and then I'm the host and I can't even get a word in. So we're going to be here all night. Go ahead, guys. Have fun.
Poor Moody. You can't get a word in. Imagine that.
No, I'm trying to move along so you can go, but you guys are having fun. Well, we'll stay here.
Now you know how I feel on the Toy Kind of Mood, people.
I can't wait to pit my mod against Spec when they finally meet in JoeFest.
I can't wait either. They're being sissies about it. Get together.
You know, we're going to put them right on the hollowed ground in front of those elevators so we can see an actual fight.
Well, you and I, that was me and you, right, Punk?
Yeah. Well, Tony was.
Matson will be too busy giving David his resumes.
But one of them will be that roundhouse kick to the face.
I love you, Matthew.
I don't care about talking. I'm trying to get you guys out of here. But if I don't talk, you don't
let's go. Let's wrap this up, Tony.
It's the two East Coasters that's got to go.
I got a couple. There's a very few things left. All right, I want to give a shout out to this is a Murderers Row group right here. We got Ben Conway, Troy McKee, Doug Hart, the great Doug Hart did a lot of the art. G.I. Joe classic legend right there. Carson's a great guy. So they had a great panel. And then moving on, we had Call Sign Longbow. We finally got to see their 118 figures in hand. They're O-rings. And man, these I love what Delta 17 is doing, but as far as replicating what's from the past, this is as close as you get because you get the explosion on the cover. You got very similar font. And on the back, look at the file card. I mean, that's as true to the 80s Joe as we're going to get. So, and the Ghost looks really good. I was able to mess around with it in hand. Looks really solid. So I know they've gone through a lot of stuff with factories. They've had a lot of delays. You know, they hopefully they'll catch some more breaks. I know they said they were close to having these available to buy at JoeFest, but they had to make some decisions. And you know, it's better to get the product out correctly than out fast. So that's kind of what it is. But looking forward to Steel Web.
Well,
and then
quickly on that, they're coming out of the same factory that the Skeletron O-rings came out. So if you have the Skeletron O-ring, this uses a lot of the exact same parts, and if you have those in hand, they have that one in hand. It is amazing. It is absolutely awesome, and this is going to feel like a G.I. Joe. The only difference is it has wrists that will articulate, which make it that much better. Yep. And they use the same certain parts of the legs, certain parts of the arms, same gun. So.
Yep. Yeah, and I don't really do 118 O-ring, whatever, but I had to get, this was an exclusive. It's the same figure, but that has the awesome card back. Of course, they're using art from Doug Hart, which we just showed. So definitely wanted both. I'm gonna do MOC or whatever for these. But yeah, speaking of 118, we got Operation Recall. Shout out to David E. Emmanuel is in the chat. As this Saul Guerrero is this creation. Love it. It's a lucha libre, and got to see some art right there. What was the laugh? I missed it. What was it?
No, it's all good.
Oh, I thought you had something funny.
I laugh at everything. Ask Punk.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, we already talked about it. JoeFest next year. It's kind of questionable. David Allen, you still here? What's up with a Monday? Because it's supposedly Juneteenth on Thursday.
I think David Allen already addressed this. It's Eben Foster.
Yeah,
he said it's a typo.
Oh, so it's 19th to 22nd.
Well, it's to the 22nd.
It's not 4 days. Then it's 3 days.
It's probably 3 days unless they're adding that Thursday.
I don't see why they would do that. But they could.
They could.
Cool.
There's enough people that show up.
Yeah. And shout out to What's on Joe Mind. Got to talk with these fellas. They've been doing Joe podcast far longer than we have. They got a good show every Tuesday, and they're real good dudes. It was nice to meet Mark Weber, who is at one time running Hasbro G.I. Joe. Man, he's tall. Tony.
He's a tall drink. Oh my God. Mark Weber is a big guy, dude. He's a big guy. He's very tall.
They're solid guys. It was a good chat with them. And Mark came up to me and was like, and I look up to him in this show because before we started doing this a lot, I was watching them, I still do.
He photobombed
them
some
out.
pics I took.
What up?
He photobombed some pics I took. It was awesome. And he didn't have to stand on tippy toes. Like, all big, Mark. Got that rocking the ASU cap, baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he came up and was like, you guys are killing it. And that meant a lot to me to hear it from him. You know what I'm saying? As a former head of Joe, a guy, wealth of knowledge. Yeah. And then there it is. That was the end. That's
the bare bones skeleton.
That's the end. And of course, like we always do, whenever we finish a convention or a fan stream, we do whiskey scores. So I'll start with our guest first. How many you don't drink? So maybe it's Coca-Colas. How many Coca-Colas do you give JoeFest 2024? Out of 5.
How many Arnold Palmers?
Oh, it's Arnold Palmers. It was 5. There was not a bad moment at all. There was not one bad time. Meeting just so many of the people that I've cultivated friendships with over the past year or two, from obviously you guys, but Aaron the Toy Enhancer, Krusty Old Crow, obviously Pop Blender, seeing Ed again, my moderator, Action Figs, meeting Teflon, Pop Blender, I can go on and on. But so many people that, that you've made friends with, but also the amount of people that came up to me that wanted to say hi to me and just have a quick chat. It's weird, you hear actors talk about it. It's strange, but it is nice to hear that someone enjoys what you're doing. And when they tell you that, hey, I love what you do because you're no BS, you give it exactly how it is. You're not awful. It tells you that you're doing something right. And again, I told Tony and everyone, like, I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. We're no better than each other. So you just sit there and you shoot the shit and you have a good time with everyone. So I loved it. It was, I could not have asked for a better weekend. That's all I can say.
Yeah. And what I said to you at the end before we left is we made it. We didn't kill each other.
Yeah, there was always that chance.
That's why I took that picture. I wasn't seeing it in real life.
Tony, your turn. Tony, how does it feel to be a big time customizing celebrity in the G.I. Joe community circuit?
Oh, ask Ray. Ask Ray. No, but it was fun. Just like Larry said. I mean, it was surreal. Just people noticing you and say, "Hey, Tony's Figs, yes." And you got to remember to ask them, and you are, and I want them to tell me their YouTube name, because like Larry said, you're not gonna know. Oh yeah, I'm Scott. I'm like, oh, who? You know, I'm John. Oh, Emerald Night Photos. Yeah. And he was awesome. Just all the people that are in the chats, are on Facebook, are on Instagram, following the channel, following Toy Kind of Mood. All you guys. Now me in there. I've only been on a while, and it's awesome. Just being approached, and let me take a picture. Let's take a picture. It's like, what? Awesome. Let's go. You know, and it was awesome meeting them later on at night. We can relax and have a beer and let's go eat and let's hang out. That's what I went there for. And I'm just, parroting off Larry, because the same thing, it was about, autographs and, even buying stuff. I just wanted to hang out with all these dudes, and it was great. It was a blast. It was my first, not con, but first JoeFest. First time being on a panel, and first time meeting all you guys, man. It was great. Great times.
Yeah. Well, you and I hung out before, but you got to meet everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to forget that he met you. So
we had a blast when you came here. We did it big. We did it big when you came over here. But
sometimes I don't blame him for that. So I'm guessing you give it a 5 out of 5.
I say 5 with
old fashioned. What kind of old fashions were we drinking? Those were damn good.
I got you the smoked old fashions, man.
Yeah.
We're drinking those like water.
Huh?
We were drinking them like water, man.
Well, we were drinking them down, and then me and Baldy started switching them up, and then that's when I thought I got you in trouble by having you mix your alcohols, Travis, because you can see it. There's a picture of it.
No
One's
hangover.
A cocktail.
Hey, crazy. No hangover. Never got sick. Never had a headache. I couldn't believe it.
You were that close.
Yes, exactly. He was. You know what was weird? I the same thing Travis had said to me in one morning. When we woke up, it felt like we smoked like 10 cigarettes, because we're talking and yelling and talking and laughing so much. You woke up the next morning, you're like, oh my God.
What? Steve said the same thing when I saw him loading his van. He's like, I came down with something. I'm like, and he was explaining, I'm like, no, dude, like that's just from, like, we all felt the exact same. I don't smoke, and man, I felt like I smoked like a carton of cigarettes.
Right. Travis said the same thing, and I felt the same way. Like, oh my God. But then it went away after a while. But oh my, it's just so much talking. And David, no one puked. No one puked from our people, I don't think.
Ken may have when he went back to the hotel that one. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but
Ken was 3 sheets. What they call it? 3 sheets to the wind. What they call it?
Yeah, I don't think Ken touched as much as we did.
Oh man, exactly.
Well, I didn't say he drank as much.
Me and Baldy were putting him back. Like, whoa. But you drink water, you eat. It takes a while for it to hit the bloodstream. So we were good.
Yeah.
Baldy. I didn't need an IV.
So I will say, I mean, the highlight obviously was meeting you guys and really getting to see at least most of the team in person. I can't wait to meet Bobby, KJ, Spec all in person. So hopefully we find a show where we can make that happen. Even Punk. That was fun meeting Punk and hanging out.
I'm a great guy.
And it was really cool. Like Punk said, like, when people recognize you and they say something to you that they feel like you're emulating their voice in the community, that's fantastic. But so many people are like, I think Punk was the most noticeable because people would be like, "Hey, Punk," you know. But no, it was great because that kind of banter was all weekend long. I felt like I was with my brothers. And then beyond that, we had a chance to meet so many different people and put a name and a face to a username. And the stories that people were telling me, their history with G.I. Joe, and man, that was a lot of fun. That was a blast.
I want to add on. You said something about the banter. No one got butthurt over anything. Like, as much as we went back and forth, and I went into Travis pretty hard. Not like that. Tony and I were sleeping together. They were the ones going in at it hard. No one ever got butthurt. No, everyone took it as, it's not my fault. And I was too busy clogging up the toilet.
Oh, imagine, hold on. Imagine if I did that, though. Imagine if I did that, the response Punk would have had. It wouldn't have been as chill as my response. I was like, all right, I'll go down in the hallway.
You were pissed. You were fucking pissed.
Not that pissed. Not as pissed as you would be if I did it to you.
And I didn't get the hotel room. It was yours.
And this is why. This is why I got my own room.
I didn't have any. They were great roommates. No issues at all. They
Thanks,
snore
Baldy,
like
for letting me and Travis
bastard.
crash with you on Thursday, though.
Yeah, I did have roommates the first night, but you guys were great.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Was big. That was certainly.
I mean,
big.
Travis definitely takes up most of the covers, but
he's on a cot. So.
But you know what, Punk, to kind of reiterate what you're saying, yeah, there's banter, and it's good to have the competition, and it's good to, help each other out and point people to other channels, and that's what grows the community. And coming together and being with everybody and actually being in the community, that's what's important.
War Chest, I have wide shoulders and a lower center of gravity, and I can just push my way through.
He's a bowling ball. He's a battering ram.
I'm a bowling
David Speck. I got it. I got your figure, so you're gonna have to give me $35 to get it.
What figure was it, though, if I can ask?
Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's right. I was with you. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's when I got. That's when I got the lifeline.
Right, and Spec, we actually had a helping hand from Darren, 3-star draw, because they were only taking cash, and I didn't have cash, so he gave me cash, and I Venmo'd him in order to get that for you.
Where'd you get it from?
It was just a vendor.
Oh, but what vendor?
I don't remember.
Oh.
No, it was one of the smaller vendors.
What, the Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had those big old glass cases that were locked, and then I found that's the same place I found my lifeline. So did you buy Doc too? Did you buy Doc?
Yeah, I needed to replace a few parts on my Doc. So yeah.
He had a stretcher. He had a stretcher and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a broken stretcher and a broken thumb, so this will allow me to fix that.
So 5 out of 5
for me. I mean, I might be 15 or 20, baby.
Yeah,
20 out of 5. Okay,
that's fair.
Yeah, 20 out of 5 because we were throwing them back. So I'm just gonna.
Here's where I'm gonna break the cycle, and I was gonna say almost a 5, but I had to spend hours prepping this impromptu stream because of how poor the audio was at our panel. That we were supposed to just air the panel tonight. Hey, I'm jealous of what's on Joe Mind. Yesterday they aired their panel and they said we're taking the week off. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted for you guys. But I'm having a blast talking with you guys again. And this is kind of like having a post-convention dinner, which we had. I mean, we had a breakfast, but now we have the dinner. So, but I'm still going to give it 4.75 out of 5. just because of the bullshit audio, because I never hosted a panel in my life. I've done hosting, obviously, on this. I've done hosting, narrating with cars. I've been on camera for stuff, but I've never hosted a panel, and it felt great. I wasn't nervous.
Wow.
You guys were awesome. The crowd, it was cool mingling with the crowd. And a lot of people came up to me after and were like, "You are awesome, dude. I wish I could hear everything, but you are a great moderator. You're a good host." And it made me feel great, because I put a lot of work into this and I have a great team, and it was fun. I didn't know I could do that in front of people. I always wanted to host a Comic-Con panel. I look up to people like Chris Hardwick, Jeff Boucher. Some of these guys are my idols in the business from years ago in a Comic-Con, and I always wanted to do what they could do. So to finally be able to do it, was unbelievable. And then I have no evidence of it because you can't hear me in any of the audios. I don't know. Pop Blender's doing a show. He said he was going to take a look at it. I hadn't heard back from him. Shout out to him. He's a good brother. But if you can salvage that, we'll still throw this on the channel. But from the StreamYard, it was rough. You couldn't hear anything I was saying. But the other guys, it's hit and miss. It's way too difficult to try to get the panel. That's the only thing. Other than that, this was the most amazing convention I ever went to. Just hanging out, as far as hanging out with the boys and being part of a tight community. And the last thing I'll say about this is, been to a lot of Comic-Cons, and I would say the highs of Comic-Con are higher because, I've been to a panel for Star Wars where they were like, "Oh, by the way, guys, the panel's not over. We're taking you to a concert and it's open field, like open drinks, and they gave us lightsabers." Like, I'm sorry, but nothing tops, it was John Williams, orchestra. They gave us lightsabers. They had open bar. They just took us there after the panel. It was unbelievable. Stuff like MCU, not MCU. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, stuff like that. But as far as just a cohesive 3-day event or whatever, nothing's close to this.
No, we got a lot of great feedback from everybody. People were very impressed with how you moderated. People were even more impressed that Punk had the ability to let other people talk.
You both came through in the clutch. I thought you've done that before, Moody.
Yeah, good, Punk.
I was very nervous to talk in front of everyone.
Stop it. I wasn't. You know who was nervous? Ken. Ken was a little nervous. Yeah. I had to calm him down a little bit.
That's why the little picture's on right now.
Well, and I feel bad for him because he goes, "Oh, that's because no one's laughing at my jokes. They didn't land." It's no, Ken. They just can't hear your jokes. There were certain moments in the panel where I was like, "Man, this crowd is stale. They're still here. They're watching, but they're not reacting." It's because they couldn't hear us. There were perfect segues, perfect puns, perfect jokes, and I was like, "Yeah, they just can't hear me. It's too bad."
But I don't know. They laughed at Punk. They laughed at me.
Yeah, that's what
they
David
could hear you guys. But yeah, shout out to Josh Megamine, Roger Taff, After Action Report. Great book.
Great book. Can't wait to
Skeletron
and that, David.
For the hat. Appreciate that. Shout out to, we already showed these earlier, but plastic.
Some balls.
Fantastic. Captain Action Pants. Did you guys meet Robert Atkins?
I don't think I did.
I never buy art, but I was like, I gotta come home with this.
I love that picture. I remember when, because that was a Devil's Due.
Yes.
Devil's Due cover. I love that picture.
That thing was awesome. That artwork is so dope.
So I got shout out to Robert Atkins. He's awesome.
I got a piece from Hans Chow. Hans Chow's an awesome artist, and that's the Thunder Machine with Heart Wrencher in front of it, and he signed it right there. He's giving these guys out.
Oh, that's nice. Let's put you full screen.
Yeah, that's it. Hans Chow's art. He was giving these prints, and then Thunder Machine with Heart Wrencher, and that's just really, really nice. Hans Chow's awesome. Hans Chow.
You guys want to answer this?
I did not meet him.
Did you guys get to meet the guy from the Savage Lane channel and Toy Federation? I did not.
Nope, I didn't even know he was there.
There's one of Ray Murphy. James, show Ray Murphy this sucker.
Unless if one of them came up to me and said hi, I didn't know they were. If they did, hey, it was great to meet you.
Yep.
Lurk team, baby.
Comic-Con concert escorted us to Stormtroopers. Travis, Larry, Tony, and Zen. It was great listening to ye and hanging out together has given me lifelong memories. Many thanks to y'all. Oh, that's sweet.
And hey, they did come to Club Tarkin. It was at the end. They did.
Yeah.
The Irishman came. They came to Tarkin.
They brought the Irish into Club Tarkin.
Brought the Irish.
I pestered Ray Paz to get out there. When we
did
went in
you?
there freezing our Baldy and I went in there freezing our asses off.
So with your wet shorts?
What?
We all got. Well, Baldy, Larry, you got some drink. You gotta get your soda or whatever, your pop.
Yeah, but I know when we went in, like we're like Mark the Toys came up to me. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Like you're walking funny." I was like, "Oh my god!" Like we just got out of the pool. We're freezing. He goes, "Did you fall in it or something?" I'm like, "No, it's just so cold in here."
Oh yeah.
We had wet shorts. We came in to get drinks to take them to the pool.
Yeah, it was one or the other. It was either an ice box inside or it was almost 100 degrees outside.
Yes, exactly. And but it was great in the pool. We got away from that humidity.
Oh, that made it. Man, I'm gonna go 4.75-5 because the pool Tarkin party. Yeah, that was lit. And shout out to White Mike Vegeta for these. I know Punk got a gift.
White
too,
Mike,
right?
I got. Mm-hmm.
I did as well. Yep.
I did too. You got to put it in Death Bill's briefcase. Put it on the money side so the green shows through those things.
Yeah, baby.
He also gave me
All right,
a box too.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, he did. He gave you a crate that Ryan Sweeney has.
Yeah.
Oh man, got some head sculpts for some customs. It's gonna be cool.
I like this. Thanks a lot, David.
Yeah. You almost froze us out.
David cranked the AC in that sucker boy.
When we went outside, we had like ice forming over our bathing suits.
They came out and jumped in the pool right away. Get out of here.
All right, last thing, we talked about JoeFest. Shout outs. There was a toy released today, kind of shook the Joe community a little bit. We got a few minutes to go. Who pre-ordered? Oh, not pre-order. Who ordered this?
I did. I didn't want another Snake Eyes, but I have issues.
Hey, you got the cash. Get it, babe. Get it.
What are we thinking, Baldy? How you feeling about this guy?
I like it. I like it a lot, but I did not order it because I ordered the big book collection.
Oh yeah, the compendium.
Yeah. Is this still up or did it sell out?
Nope, it's sold out.
It got sold out. Yeah.
Because it's probably going to be at Comic-Con, so if I grab one there, at least I know I can get my money back.
Yep.
There you go. You know, Fabio grabbed it.
Yeah. They're not going to ship till after Comic-Con, they said. So more than likely, I'll get the one at Comic-Con first.
Why are you buying two?
Because I can get it quicker.
Oh, well, all right.
What?
I guess for $112, if you want to get a review out that quick, go for it.
And someone's going to buy it. It's sold out. So I'm going to make some kind of money on it. Either my money back or maybe a little extra.
Yeah, I already got the hint from Mark that I already got the hint from Mark that the original Israeli Uzi is probably going to be made for this. It doesn't come with one. I was talking to Punk about that. But with all the stuff he does come with, it's pretty freaking cool. M4, HK, MP5K, you know, the Mac 11s. Just no Ozzy. Where is it? But you know where you got to go for that.
And I'm with what Spec says. Yeah, this fits it.
Aesthetic.
God, it's fucking. This fits
the Mezco aseptic.
Of
a septic pool, a septic tank.
It fits the Mezco. He's poisonous. He's aseptic. Aesthetic. You got it, David. You do like I do. I put the real word after. Oh, any blokes pick up any grails or something you'd had trouble tracking down? Not me, Shark Eyes. I traveled light, so I stuck to artwork and books and T-shirts.
I did. I picked up the Holy Grail of friendship.
Yes, he did. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
What about you, Punk? You didn't really show anything. You got any grails from JoeFest?
No. My honestly, my Holy Grail is a Defiant, and
Yes.
You guys would have known if I picked it up, because why wouldn't be here right now? I'd be playing with it.
It was there.
You had the vehicle. You had a car. You were driving home.
Yeah,
there was a couple of Defiants.
$4,000.
My God.
It was like $3,000, I think.
Really?
I'll buy one.
That reminds me, it was dope seeing that flag with all the levels to it. I forgot.
Yeah,
to
that
put
was
that
insane.
in,
That was insanity.
sick. That was the grail and a half right there.
That was, man, it had bunk beds and lockers and the bathroom with urinals and meeting tables and chairs.
And he sold it the first night, I think.
He did? So it was just chilling?
It was there. Wow. He told the buyer he had to wait until Sunday.
Wow.
Because that was his display piece.
Yeah. Wow.
Shout out to Toy Domination. Dom, he sold his flag for a
yeah. That's what he said.
That's right. Oh, he's walking by with the kids when we saw him, yeah.
Yeah. So
he's like, I don't know where they get all the energy from.
I know. That's a badass pig. Look at that.
Yeah. Just a couple more picks before we get
the Commando Snake Eyes is pretty dope looking.
And that's Mezco. And then right here, they had one Defiant, perfect out of the box, $7,000.
That was out of my price range.
Well, good. All right, I got some highlighted questions. Yeah, I think many of us ran into Brian.
Brian was there with his wife.
Great guy, super great guy. Wow, I'm mad I didn't take a picture with him.
I know he was in the bar with us, hung out with us, everything.
Yeah, got a picture with Ben and Carson, and I didn't want to. He's with his lady, I didn't want to bother him for a picture. Kind of.
Mark Gerwig hung in there with us and everything. Yeah.
Yep. So we did see him. Travis, if you're still with us, David, I want to do a Soul Eagle Championship belt like the custom belt Chris had with the Sarge. Yeah, that man. Either way, we'll take both belts.
Yeah.
The Mezco Commando Snake Eyes. Yes. And what's your favorite future figure you guys saw? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, we'll go with Baldy on that one, and then we'll go around. Future figure from JoeFest that you saw that we went, we went over a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with all the new 3.75, 3 3/4 inch scale figures. I'm really
O-Ring
impressed.
Revolution.
Yeah, I mean it's impressive. So, can I pick just one? Not really. They were all, man. It's going to be an impressive time for those collectors, and yeah, it might draw me back.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
What about you, Tony?
I like the American Ninja X. I think I might grab that one, and then a lot of Fresh Monkey Fiction, that Soldier of Fortune stuff they're coming out with. I like that.
Got you. Man, this one's hard to answer, but we'll go with
It
Punk.
Fresh Monkey Fiction, and I haven't seen anything online. They showed their females, and they had Red Riding Hood.
I saw that.
That was badass. Even though the lights were bright and it was hard to see.
Yeah, I faded.
That was nice.
Yep, I'm with you. It's hard to go against Fresh Monkey Fiction. And it's also in scale with what, that's the thing. There's a lot of O-rings. Yeah. I think they're lovely. Like I have, the Skeletron ones, the Delta 17. I backed Operation Recall. I backed Call Sign Longbow. So yeah, I think they're all killing it. I agree right there. But man, it is hard to go against Monster Force and Crimson Moon. I mean, any particular figure? I mean, getting like the Forgotten King and Dracula, seeing them in hand. You know, they look great, and that wolf, the Kilowog or whatever. So I would go. Yeah, I'm not a big horror guy. You know, so for me to be into a horror line, but it is tinged with military. You know, it's kind of like a Call of Duty meets Van Helsing kind of thing going on. So I dig it. I dig the concept, and looking forward to. I'd say they're the front runner as far as anticipated figures for me. I guys, I don't know. I think I'm done. What do you got? All done? We done? I think we went over an hour, almost an hour. So we weren't supposed to. I think that's it. Any last thoughts we got about JoeFest? And I'll start with you, Punk. Any last thoughts of anything, really?
I mean, I've mentioned numerous times, I've never had an adult vacation. Every time I've gone on vacation, it's been with my kids. So to be the first adult vacation to go to a toy show, that's irony right there. It was so much fun. I mean, I went to PowerCon for a day, but that was in, out. You know, you're thinking about just driving in, and then you're thinking about driving home. And I met a bunch of good people there, right? But to know that you drive in there, I'm there for, you know, I stayed with Aaron the toy enhancer, then we drove over there. I didn't need to think about work. It wasn't about, oh, should I gotta get up the next day? It was just, hey, you know what? There's no rush to get home when it's time, you know, when it's time to leave. Everyone that I met, everyone that I've met that I've known from this weird YouTube journey, they were all great people. Every single one was great. So,
and you were great too, Punk. I was worried. But I had a blast hanging out with you. You're a good dude, man. And I mean, just the fact that you have so much content for your channel and you're hanging out with us for 2+ hours, man. You're a good ass guy. I don't care what anyone says.
Trooper.
I also like the first day that I was there, and I asked you to go over the rundown, and Tony and Baldy were just driving you fucking nuts, and then you kept getting pissed at me about it.
What?
You were. It was like 1 a.m. I asked, explain what's going on tomorrow, and you
Tony,
fucking go through the whole itinerary. I just wanted a quick rundown, and Baldy and Tony's reading the messages of people that don't like us. And we're all so slap happy and exhausted.
Yeah. we were
so aggravated.
We were laughing so hard. I mean, but I'm just going to answer your question, Travis. The community is what made this, because you talk about what Punk just said, the negativity that's out there, and the truth of when you show up. The community is really what makes this entire JoeFest and this YouTube fun and banter and the friendships.
Yep, that's right. It's real life. That's it. It is that the computer stuff, all that stuff, you know, and then there's the real life. This was real life. That's it. There's nothing else really to add to that. But I'll let Tony add to that. Last thoughts.
It's great. It's great just meeting everybody, and like we just did, run through the memories of us being some laughing, crazy, drinking, staying up damn late. Well, I was on Arizona time still. You know, you were on Cali time. It was like we're done already.
We're up till 3 and 4 in the morning almost every night.
Last call? Wild. You serious?
Yeah.
Ball, you know, oh man, just getting them drinks down, and I was like, I was up still. I'm like on the freaking Arizona time. It's like I lost 3 hours. Damn it! You did too, Travis.
It was also awesome having that lanyard, and you could just walk down at 8 o'clock in the morning. I did that walkthrough. No one questioned. We knew where the back entrance was. We came down at our own will. No one, you know, you had that thing and you just kind of flashed it. You feel like a star, like
superstar.
You not know who I am. And it sucks when you leave it in the room and you gotta walk all the way fucking back.
I had to hang out with Larry so people could know who I am. It's Tony.
All right, superstars. I'm gonna let you guys go.
Wait, Trav, did you tell Larry about the brilliance behind G.I. Joe running nonstop on the television?
Oh, we have to ask, dude. So wasn't it crazy, Larry, that like the hotel only had in the suites the freaking living room portion playing G.I. Joe over and over again?
The cartoon.
It was. I know when I talked to Ed and I had him on the show, and according to Baldy, it's probably still going on in the background. He said that the whole hotel is people from JoeFest. But when I first came in there, I thought you guys just turned it on YouTube or something, right? And then you're like, no, it's been on all the time.
I thought Travis did that on purpose.
As soon as you turned it on, there it was. And then it was off Monday morning.
Yeah. And the other TV in our bedroom, you could put on whatever you want.
Yeah, but it was brilliant to just the G.I. Joe cartoon ran 24/7, and Travis would just leave it on.
Yes, Adam.
But Baldy, tell him why it was really brilliant.
Well, I hope that David Allen is taking notes for next year about the loop. But no, Larry, we just stuck it on loop.
Oh, did you?
We stuck it on loop in your room.
What? Oh,
we
just punked Punk.
It's not like I was there to watch TV. It was just
me neither.
I never tried to change the channel.
Me neither.
Travis put it on loop.
He didn't try to change it because he thought it was stuck on there.
I had no intention of watching TV.
All right, it was funny.
That's so funny.
That was funny.
Oh well. Hey, well, next year everybody sweet will automatically have the YouTube random G.I. Joe episode.
We'll have Resolute on loop.
You can't change the channel.
Resolute on loop. Oh my god.
He's not selling it, but the chat is. That's all that matters. All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here. That's Toy Kind of Mood, episode 176. Thank you all for liking and subscribing our channel, liking the video, because we just hit 4K. 4K of Toy Kind of Mood. Awesome. And man, for our special guest Punk, it was a blast hanging out with you all weekend, working with you. Go check out A Punk with Toys. He'll be on tomorrow with 9,000 guests on a Thursday with all the friends of G.I. Joe Fest. Baldy Locks, Tony, go watch their toy hunting video. Whatever it was called. But anyway, and for Travis, Moody, and everyone else, I'm out of here. Toy Kind of Mood. How do I do this? I'm tired. Yeah. Peace.
Peace out.